medication I was on gives me the tremors, and I didn't realise the difference between the tremor from my medication and tremor from muscles that were too tired. I did one stop too many, and my ankle went out from underneath me. My foot went the wrong way, and I saw my friend's expression as I went down, and I knew it was going to be bad. I just thought I dislocated it, so I pulled it back round and popped it back into place, which was fine, and it didn't hurt at the time.
Yes, but you also walked home after having crashed your moped.
Yes.
Hell of a drug.
With a dislocated knee, so...
Anyway, we're live, and welcome to A&E.
Roller Derby Conversation. This is our latest podcast.
Yeah, welcome to Roller Derby Online.
Yeah, I bet you we'd get more views on that, I reckon.
Probably would.
Massive podcasts on it, but yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Am I the only one with a camera today? Because either my camera thing's not working or something's gone horribly
It's you, Rich.
Oh, what is going on?
Reload.
I don't see anyone either. Hang on.
I gotta reload mine. How do you reload? There's a button for it, isn't it?
In the settings.
Oh, there are people online.
Yeah, I know.
If this keeps up, I'm going to actually have to buy a camera.
Is that the heating that's come on, or is
it? It is the heating. No, it's the heating.
It is the heating.
Yes, it's the heating.
Disappeared again.
Shike, you're gone.
I'll be back. Lol.
I still haven't had my lollipop that I got from earlier.
Oh no. One of your
drumstick.
Oh, great. Now I want a lot.
Did you take the wrapper off that, or did you generally?
No, it's got the wrapper on.
It takes a while to eat them if the wrapper's on them, I guess.
Yeah, these are the extra diet ones. Fantastic.
They're just to tempt you.
Look, but don't touch or eat.
Or taste.
Just don't have it. Not allowed it. Okay, I think we're going to kick off. Kick off the game, not kick off.
Yeah. Let's
yeah, moving on. And now for something completely different. Thank you for joining us. So you guys took on an assault on Port Nyanzaru. This was about 2 sessions ago.
Yes.
Fought some zombies and some ghouls. They were attacking. I do believe last time Richard scared half the bloody lot off.
No, that was the previous session.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about 2 sessions ago.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
2 sessions earlier. And at the end of that, we went on to the next session. And at the end of that combat, the thunder and lightning started happening. And at the corner of your eye, that only Rich noticed, was a woman who was being dragged into the sewers by some form of tentacles. You all pursued and took a trip down the sewers, or one of the sewer systems of Port Nyanzaru, because there's a lot of water and the sewer system is just biblical. You ventured forth, discovered a couple of zombies, quickly slotted them. Don't think they even know how to turn, actually.
Nope, they didn't. I didn't even get down a ladder.
No. And you guys got ambushed by rats who got pushed forward by the rainwater. That was good fun, wasn't it, guys?
Bastards.
You circumnavigated the sewers to finally come up to what was a tentacle who was the culprit of the tentacles. We learnt that paralyze is very OP.
Mm-hmm. And
so
we learned
if you guys can do paralyze,
immune to my damage.
Yes. Well, what was it? It was necrotic, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, all my cameras keep going wrong. I do it. Whatever.
It's okay.
Amber just disappeared too for a second.
I was relaunching.
Launching ground control. So I'm just gonna. Yeah, doesn't matter right now. So you guys managed to pick up some loot actually. So of the loot you guys picked up was a small dirty cloak, which was a wondrous item with unknown properties. Small and tatty, patches have been sewn all over it. It's also a little bit smelly and probably needs a good wash. I think the person who picked that up was Milo, although you could probably retcon to investigate if you wanted to investigate. He would allow you to do that. I've actually Rich did a detect magic, and it was this small dirty cloak and the candle that lit up, as well as the pseudo dragon, because obviously pseudo dragons are magical.
Hey, does a pseudo dragon speak Draconic?
It thinks.
Yes, it's telepathic to its chosen
Oh, okay.
beneficiary.
Because I was thinking, yeah. My character speaks Draconic. We could talk to each other, but no.
No. I'll give you a quick description of the candle. The candle has been lit before. It looks like a normal to the eye, but has unknown magical properties and also carries the scent of cinnamon.
I've got hold of that currently.
Cool. There was also a trident. You don't know if anybody picked that up.
No.
It's just a melee weapon, 1d6 piercing, 2060 range. It's not amazing, but it's 3 spears into 1, I suppose. And I think Rich picked up the sword hilt or pommel and grip.
Yes, I was.
Because you were very keen on that. I can remember you doing investigation checks on it, and it was just rusty and missing a
just
pointy
a
bit.
rusty handle.
Wait, so Milo took the cloak? I thought Erica took the cloak. Did you not say a thing where you were like that like you put it on and now you're all wet?
We were asking how big it was, and I tried it, and I'm fairly sure Milo was having a look at it because he was the one investigating it.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere in the party, there is a cloak. It's floating around somewhere. Somebody has it. We'll just go from there. So, as you guys emerge from the sewers, you are greeted by the guard of Port Nyanzaru, as well as the captain. Some of you have come across the captain before. She was the captain that asked you politely to leave the Thundering Lizard, considering last time you turned it upside down. And you guys handed over, I'm going to say it, the corpse of the woman who you went to go and see where she went. And I do believe...
Putting the tentacles in tentatively rescuing.
Yeah. Handed over to the deceased female human, and she nods at your retelling of the story, and she quoted back saying, "Very well, the city thanks you for your assistance. Try to stay out of any further trouble."
I'll look indignant at the thought of causing trouble.
Yeah, she's a bit indifferent to you. Like, okay, so you killed a few zombies and did the town a service, but you still fucked up that. She still sees you as trouble.
I'm thinking to myself, but I breathe trouble.
So it's nighttime. You guys actually just went from Wakanga's house.
Are we allowed to have a map?
Where are you?
We're in the sewers.
What are you doing in there, guys? Come on. Go there.
Thank you. Oh,
There we
God,
go.
GM.
Sorry. Bit of admin.
So we're all over here.
Yeah. You're at Malar's throat.
Malar's
the combat.
throat.
The wombat.
And it's deep at night, I guess?
Yeah, you're talking about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. We should probably go sleep.
We deserve a rest after that.
He's doing a real yawn.
Yeah, thanks, Frosty.
More
That's contagious.
Well, if it has gotten into night, I mean, it's probably quite late at night. So Sir Joseph would probably be knackered anyway, having jogged back to get his armour and then mad combat followed by sewer sprawling. So, yeah, Sir Joseph will be like, I'm bloody knackered.
Yeah, you guys are pretty bushed.
Yeah.
Cream crackered, as they say.
I think people say, and if it is, they shouldn't.
I guess we go back to the place we're staying.
At
Matthias' House of Repose.
Here.
Which is, it's literally there.
Where?
I thought it was
just to the
Kaya's.
south of us.
Kaya's, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Matthias. You're right.
Well, I guess not so much Kaya's anymore.
No, not so much.
So we walk back. I look at Sir Joseph and I'm like, so, you planning on getting into any endeavors again this night?
I've had quite enough for tonight.
Is there anything anybody else would like to do before the party moves to...
No, I'm keen for resting.
Good stuff. As you make it in, 10 tentacles are there to greet you.
Bastard tentacles.
What?
I'm
More
joking.
tentacles?
I'm joking.
Bloody tentacles up in my house of repose. I'll
Your
not
house
stand
of
for
repose.
it.
Sir Joseph is sick and tired of these bloody tentacles in my bloody house of repose.
The place is largely empty. There's a table with a couple of people sitting chatting over a couple of drinks. But there is just one clerk behind the desk.
I'm not in any mood for any nonsense. I'm simply off to some form of bed.
Oh yeah, we have to rent the rooms again, right?
I think you paid for a couple of days actually.
Okay.
Believe it was a week.
Oh, in that
Yeah.
case, I'm off to my room.
Wait, do you have an extra bed?
You could sleep with Sir Joseph.
I was going to say,
Not actually.
I'm basically bunking in with all the scroats because all my...
I took over
He
the
has a
room where
room.
the thing was, so I have like the king size bed.
Yeah, you've
So I was
taken
like,
over the...
You can come sleep with me. We'll keep each other warm.
Is that where all the goo is still at?
No, I melted.
Yeah, the goo just disappeared.
Oh.
I've had worse. I'll sleep with cousin Kin.
And that's the really nice and pink room and everything, and all
Mhm.
fluffy.
Yeah, have you ever seen Harry Potter where they go into like one of the headmaster's rooms when it's just pink
Dolores.
Yeah, there's just kittens on the
No.
wall. There's just like
What,
kitten
like
china.
nailed to the wall? That's pretty dark.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
great.
She doesn't fuck about. She likes damn pussy on that wall. Fucking hell, his face is like, you
sorry.
what?
No, sorry. All I've got now is the WAP song going through my mind, but like with nailing cats to a wall. Just.
Meow! Meow!
So, yeah, and I'm
Bobby
just like
likes
describing the room. It's a little bright, but you know, it's pretty comfortable. That bed's really awesome. And while we're talking, like these spores just kind of fly about in your face, and because he's really excited explaining the room. Then we get there, and I just like jump in the bed, and then pull in the shell.
Doing. With your weight, just go, yes, dunk.
Do you do like the dog thing when you go around in a circle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again,
Pushing,
Coleslaw
and
wouldn't
then
be super bothered because, like, he's lived most of his life on ships with
yeah, super
crews and
condensed.
cramped spaces. So
This is a luxury, is it?
yeah,
It is quite a higher, because I think Sir Joseph paid the comfortable.
Well,
attire.
I didn't so much pay for this room. I was
Oh no, that's true.
granted
You,
access.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Invited to this room.
Yeah. For special services that
Yes.
never turned up.
Well, I guess they did, but different than he expected.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a bit of a interesting character.
So yes, I'll be elbowing aside my retainers, like, move over, I'm bloody... It's like four of us in a
you
pyramid.
Yeah. But you're sleeping on your retainers, like they're
Yeah,
lying
it's like
sideways.
pull one over me as a blanket.
Here. Okay. So is there anything else anybody would like to do before we conclude that day?
No.
it's in the middle of the night.
Not me.
Coleslaw
In
going
the
to
middle
bed.
of the night. So this would be considered a long rest. So if
Thank
you've
you.
ticked things on character sheets, if you've
Thank you.
Oh.
expended
call.
spell
I was
slots,
down to one spell slot.
I was cashed. I would
I
completely.
get action surge back.
Yeah, because you guys had one
else?
big encounter and then you went down and had another big encounter. It was really stretching the
awesome.
limit of your spell slots. Ooh, what's Rich drinking?
It's called apple juice. You get it from apples.
Holy shit! Coming
You
from
drunk
Somerset, I would never
bastard.
realise that.
Actually, that's a good point. Do I have time while we're sleeping to quickly grab a beer?
Okay.
I'm gonna take that as yes.
Yeah, I mean, just waddle.
Just swaddle.
Waddle away, waddle, waddle. Got any apples?
We don't have to start with coleslaw. We can.
Yeah,
have them
coleslaw
be at the
doesn't
end.
appear anymore. Yeah. You crushed him to death in your
Oh
sandwich.
no!
Oh dear.
Excellent.
Decide if I want any new spells.
Let me see what the weather is doing today.
Please do. Is it
Oh.
raining?
Today, it is blistering hot.
Oh, great.
Like,
Oh, great.
disgusting hot. It's so hot, it's not humid, it's just HOT.
Cozy.
Like, this is toga weather time.
In which case,
A couple of fans, wet
the
towels,
armour
that
will
sort
have
of
to
thing.
wait. I'll be in my skivvies again.
Your
Skivvies.
loincloth.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I've got 3 sets of essential clothing. I have my night garments, which are probably like one of those onesies with the back flap.
But the wrong way round. And you don't realise.
And I've got my I'm walking around town clothes, and then I've got I'm going to dinner clothes.
Nice.
Okay, so no loincloths.
No loincloth.
No, not a barbarian. Coleslaw has returned with BR. Ein BR.
Eine
Do you know?
Bierbitter.
Hucharden?
Very similar to it. It's Grimbergen Blanche, which is
A Blamont.
basically Huarden, but a bit stronger.
Great, got some legs on it. So you're going to be extra charismatic tonight with your bard.
+1
We'll
charisma.
take a couple of these to do that.
Crack on then. Okay, so you're greeted by just the pure heat and the sound of Port Nyanzaru coming back to life on its daily life, trading as always. As you guys get yourselves ready and head downstairs for the morning's breakfast, you are presented with a letter from Wakanga, who thanks you for the service of the to help the city and to protect him. And he says that for your services, he has cleared out a warehouse down by the docks that you can use to store all your preparations and use as a sort of not so much a HQ, but it's just a storage room.
It's a HQ
Warehouse.
now.
Behold my
Like
stuff.
you
That's
better believe that
cool.
I'm going to make that into a proper little military outpost.
Are you going to make a windmill? Is it going to have a distillery? Sorry, this is mettering to our Fallout
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Get back in this game.
Are there
Uh,
beds in there?
No, it's a warehouse.
Oh.
Like there's beds for rats.
Well, the first thing we
Wait,
need to do is get rid of these little tiny beds.
So
And
wait, we're
you're-
still in the House of Repose, right?
Yes.
We haven't-
And I'm just
Yeah,
going
we
to
got a
draw where your new house in the docks.
What a house.
Okay.
So there's a little
Do
green
we also
square.
have a boat?
No, that's not yours. You can use it if you want, but you can use it if you want.
You know what this little area where our warehouse is reminds me of? The island of the Phoenicians in Anno.
So Venice.
Yeah, Venice.
I was gonna say. What do you
no,
mean,
it's
Venice?
Richard's face is exactly the one I pulled.
It's an island. It's not Venice.
Venice is technically an island, isn't it?
Don't know how much
I
is
thought
left
it just
of
has
Terra.
a bunch of canals.
No, Venice is like almost well, no, not completely, but mostly man-made.
Yeah.
It's like built on pillars in the water.
Originally in a swamp that was canaled, and then
Wow.
it kind of got out of hand. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much an island.
And it's
Okay, I
now
didn't know
turning
that.
very quickly into a swamp again. And it stinks.
Quote.
So yeah, so you've as well as breakfast being presented to you, whatever you may fancy. The repose.
Something simple.
Okay, so
Something spicy.
dinosaur eggs on toast.
Can it be scrambled? We'll have it.
You seem to, in Jurassic Park when she's going through the poo, and it's a big pile.
Yeah, with the Triceratops.
Yeah. It's like that amount of like scrambled eggs. Sorry to use a poo analogy, but because they're dinosaur eggs, they are
Yeah.
geniferous.
It's like, no.
It's like somewhere amongst there is 2 bits of toast.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Is
Yes.
that pun intended?
No.
That's terrible. It was a bad yoke. Anyway,
I knew it. Oh.
stop.
I changed my
Excellent.
spells.
Okay, fantastic.
He's got
But
no
it's not
As
important.
long as you know that. That is spiffing. What have you chosen, just out of interest?
I realized I was a druid that didn't have speak with animals, and I reprimanded myself and gave myself 40 lashes.
On a shell that did no
Luckily, he
damage.
took them on the shell.
Yeah. So it just hit Coleslaw on the head.
That would just that would be the most useless flagellation. Just like whoa, whoa, whoa.
What's he doing? I think he's exfoliating. Oh, he's shedding again.
So I don't have cure wounds anymore. I have
You
speak with
don't
animals.
have cure wounds.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you
Yeah.
don't have cure wounds? Ouch.
Okay.
Well, I still have cure wounds, so
All right.
we'll,
Yeah. No,
I mean, there's
I'll
like
bear that
3
in mind.
people in a
Cool. Yep.
Spiffing. So, ladies and gentlemen, after refreshing breakfast, you guys, depending on how much you eat, I suppose, you might, excuse me, have hiccups.
Oh,
Um,
starting.
by the way, we don't see you. At least I don't see you.
Refresh the screen.
Yeah. Go
Oh.
to the clog thing and go right down the bottom to reconnect. Oh, now everything's reconnected.
There we go. Look at that handsome face.
Face that only a baseball bat could love.
Oh, it would be ridiculous.
guy.
Ah,
Coleslaw
right.
comes downstairs.
What? God damn it.
Just morning in Chult, the city awakes to the sounds of Port Nyanzaru.
Just
The
dancing.
fisherman fishes, the baker man bakes in the Port Nyanzaru, and so on. And
Just
like
a dancing
fucking
football.
way too
that's
fucking happy
awesome.
in the morning.
Oh, city of rain. Oh, city of rain.
wow. So we're making a quartet, are we? D&D
What's the jar
sponsored.
of spice called?
Say again, sorry.
What's the jar of spice?
Oh, I
What
did get a
spice
jar of
is in the
spice.
jar?
Hot.
Yes, it's very hot, paprika-y sort of chili powder stuff.
I'll take some of that on my
Fire
hands.
pepper.
Yeah. You could make it to make fire water. Kind of.
Sweet. And I go, no, this is
Canned
mine.
apple juice?
Spiced apple juice.
No, canned apple juice. Is that what he's drinking?
No.
Oh,
It's a glass.
This is
Vimto.
Vimto.
well, what's that?
Exactly.
Is that a wine?
That's Pepsi Max.
No.
Um,
It's not a wine. Why have I?
'Cause-
Let me just do this.
Vimto's basically blackcurrant juice and lemonade.
this is my
Oh.
cup.
Little Miss
Oh, that's
Princess.
cute.
Are we having a show and tell? Because I've got no more beverages near me. So.
Yeah, I'm tangoed here.
British.
Sup, mug.
Tea.
Anyway, the day is yours, ladies and gentlemen. Port Nyanzu and the adventures
Well-
that lie within its walls is yours.
Might I interject?
You may.
The first and most important thing I'd like to do is go and visit. We were told there was a guy that could help us with magical items.
Yes.
It's just a little bit ahead
Over
of where
here.
that house was.
7.
District 7.
I was wanting to go there because I
I
want to have
have
them.
lost my notes on it, so
I'll read number 7 again. I need to get my book.
I asked them about if they could help me figure out what that book is, and they told me to come back in the morning. So I guess we might as well take all the other things.
what have I had a bunch of notes about this, and I've totally lost it all.
Newts a boot.
But either way, I want to go there to see what this guy's peddling in the way of magical things, what might be helpful to me.
I'll go with you.
Well, always good to have a companion to talk with along the walk.
Yes.
7.
Maybe they'll know what this is, and I pull this money out again.
Okay, so this
Oh,
is
yeah.
the Temple of Severus. Severus is a deity of the wizards, fortune tellers, diviners, and those who are unfallingly and fail, who speak the truth regardless of whoever listens, who want to hear it. The symbol is a monstrous eye.
Monstrous
Look up a hole.
eye.
Sauron.
Yeah, the all-seeing eye. Or usually it can be a crystal ball filled with eyes. Wow.
Oh, that's.
That's not on.
Somehow worse.
Yeah. Whose are they? Aye. Severus's temple is one of the oldest buildings in this area, actually, and is the grandest building of the city. The tiled roof is a great dome, resembles an unblinking eye staring skyward.
I'm getting really Zinchi vibes here.
Yeah, that as much as I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, well, heading there because free
Yep.
shit.
Well, I don't know if they didn't say if it was going to cost anything.
Well,
or
no,
not.
the other chap we were talking to, Wakanga, he said he was going to be arranging for us to have some free access to items.
Oh, yeah.
Which reminds me, being as we've had a long rest, did anyone want to have anything infused while we were resting? Because that's about the right time.
Confused? Explain?
So I can support a couple of infusions where I can take your bog standard item and effectively make it magical. I can give it some effects.
Huh. Well, I don't really have any items on me. That is definitely an interesting thing to keep in mind for later, though.
If no one else wants anything,
I
maybe
mean,
my whip.
the fighter may as well have the bloody whip done because it's already preposterous, and making it better is gonna only be beneficial.
Sure.
Just looking for the thing. Hang on.
Sorry?
I was just looking for the particular material. One sec. Ignore me, I'll keep looking in the meanwhile.
I'm just following.
Oh, the turtle's following.
Well,
Got it.
sorry, go on, Amber.
I was just going to say I've got it. So I can take an item, a simple or martial weapon, and enhance it. I can make it an enhanced weapon to grant a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it.
Yeah, plonk it on the whip.
That's nice.
You can make the OP character more OP.
Yeah.
Aww.
Well,
Be right now.
If it's gonna be like min-max ahoy, then let's do it right.
Well, let someone else if they want to have something modified.
Well, the thing is,
No,
it's most
sounds
effective on the whip. It really is, because
Yeah.
Okay.
you can chop things up pretty damn good. So
Yeah, instead of a whirlwind of violence, it'll be like an F5 tornado of violence.
Yep, that's a wrap.
Just writing a few magic items down. Of course, all rolled, so I have no idea what they're going to be. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Good old Don John.
Is that a rooster?
it was.
Welcome to the marketplace. You're supposed to know what it sounds like. You live here.
I think it's that chap over there.
It's just a bloke making cockerel noises.
Just sat in the corner of the street, crowing.
Are you well?
Oop, we've lost Kyone.
Oh yeah, I'm
She
not
booped.
hearing the sounds. I have to unblock something.
Ah, don't worry about it.
I think it's Firebase IO.
I genuinely thought that the sounds were coming from like one of you guys'
If
like...
it helps, I actually thought it was outside for a moment. I was like, is there a rooster outside?
Well, it's like last week when he had the storm rolling in. I was weirded out by how good the special effects were because it went all 3D when the thunder went, and then I realised it was actually raining outside.
Anyway, while whoever needs to go to that magical item place,
That's me.
Coleslaw, obviously we can't RP this at the same time. Coleslaw will be heading towards the docks to see if I can call in a favor to grant us, grant us access to a ship.
Passage, darling. The phrase is passage.
Passage.
Or a berth.
Or just, we want to borrow the ship, yo.
No, it's not going to be. It's going to be. We're actually going to have to work on the ship, most likely.
Work? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what did you say?
You have to pay someone to work on the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, talking of which... That's a good point.
So, Joseph, how well do you handle a mop?
Well, we stick it up his tight arse and rock around and tidy up the deck for you. Just working out prices, guys.
Yeah, you work your prices.
I'm trying to get you the magic list of Port Nyanzaru at this current time and place. Some interesting stuff.
I need to open a PDF. Because I need to look up some stuff. Uh-huh.
Okay, now it's +7.
+7. Aye. Your character offends me.
I just fill in the 1 magic, I guess that's what does it.
Doesn't give you the price of things, does it?
Remember that catalogue I sent to you, Gemma?
Come again?
Maybe have a look in the D&D catalogue I sent you, that PDF that opens up into an Excel spreadsheet.
Let's have a butch. Number... T7, no. Sounds like more.
D&D shop catalogue V-1.8. If you use your Windows search bar, it'll probably pop up in there. D&D shop catalogue.
Did you send it to me on?
I think I emailed it to you originally, but you'll have downloaded it to your computer. So if you type in shop catalogue, it should just pop up.
Nope. Did you email it?
Yeah, because it's quite a big file.
Right. Would have been to that one.
I'm glad this makes sense.
I have your character sheets. That's all I've got. It's okay. I'll do it like this.
Yeah, I'm just saying the same. D&D. Oh, here we go. Rules for D&D.
So Ben is out.
For this game.
No. Like,
I think he's done.
Really?
Yeah, I just got off the phone with him. There's just long story short, opinions have, well, how do I put this delicately?
he came back when you were
don't
gone.
work together.
Personality clashing. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
He doesn't fit.
He came back when you were gone.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he came back and like went on a tirade and then left again.
That was weird because I got on the phone with him and he was like, I'm not dealing with that group and blah 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 and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, hey man, You can't just sit there and let shit like that fucking get to you. You're just proving them right.
I might have been after he did that already. Told you.
Well, I don't know. I told them straight out. I'm like, it's not that they dislike you. It's just they dislike our fucking government. And like, at this point, I dislike my government. What is there to fucking argue about? But anyways, I got 30 minutes to finish getting ready for work. So.
Well, I'm sorry that any trouble has been stirred.
No. It's my brother. I thought that he would be cool, calm down a bit. Now that he's in his 40s, and he's very strong-headed, strong-minded, and very one-sided on all his decisions. And he has a very hard time grasping opinion or viewpoints of others when they directly go against his beliefs. And apparently right now he's very pro fucking politics. And yeah, I'm done with it. I don't want anything to do with it.
Too much bullshit in one place.
Yeah. This is supposed to be a game of fun. Or a place of fun.
Well, it's a shame. He was very knowledgeable of the rules and stuff.
Yeah, well.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Jack's just gonna have to step up his game.
Well, are we just going to pretend Milo never existed?
Yeah.
Well, you guys went to bed.
He left. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what we do is you guys went to bed, and in the morning he wasn't to be seen.
In fairness, the Milo
he exited
character
as easily as he entered.
Yeah, the Milo character makes sense to.
Yeah.
My character's going to be like, where did Milo go?
No, you don't get to do that.
The last time.
My character's going to be like, where is Milo? Where did Milo go? Finally gets his name right and he's not around.
Yeah. And we'll be like, Milo? Who's Milo? You mean Mike?
Yeah, because Coleslaw just knows him as all these different names. To him, he's like, what the fuck's going on?
Right?
Also,
Okay.
Jim Bob, I'm going to be referencing that booklet I sent to you regarding hirelings.
Yes, okay. That sounds good. We'll go through that.
But
Can we go
first,
through that at the end of the session?
First,
Yes.
magic.
Magic. I want it now. Okay. So, upon your journey to there, who's going to the magic store, by the way?
Me.
Me.
Oh.
Me.
I think everyone besides Coleslaw.
Yeah, I'll put the list up, and if there's something you like, Saint, just perk up, and we'll ret it in.
Yeah, put it in the D&D channel because I really got to go. I got to finish dinner and get dressed and go.
Just sweat, mate. Real life comes first, doesn't it?
Sorry that you have to leave us, but please go and do real life things.
Yeah, it sucks. I was going to call in dead, but I don't think they would have believed me.
Look, I already fired you, so...
Yeah, that's right, you did.
Yeah,
I would have come into work, but somebody over in England said they fired me, so... Enjoy, guys. Good game.
So.
Thank you.
Cheers, Brandon. See you around.
See you tomorrow.
Okay. So, the list has been generated.
Oh, you've actually...
Where have you put it?
I'm going to orchestrate it, and then I'm going to write it in bit by bit.
Okie dokie.
Because it's just going to be, what was that again? What's this? What's that? So I'm just going to...
Yeah.
What was that you just said?
Stop it, you. Drink more beer.
I will.
So everyone's on their way, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Upon your journey towards the place of the magic stuff, you notice a crowd gathering by the marketplace. They seem to be gathering. Yeah, it's just here on the outskirts. Against this wall.
More dinosaur racing?
Not quite this time, I'm afraid. It's a little bit more sad.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
The crowd doesn't seem to be joyful. It just seems to be observing. As you walk past, you see a raised platform with what appears to be 3 people standing on it with hoods over their heads.
Wait,
Oh,
what? They're executing people.
There is martial law in this. Martial law. There is capital law in this place.
Well, the law
Actually, I'm
must
just
be
going to
upheld.
retcon. There wasn't any hoods on their heads, but they're slowly putting the hoods on them now.
Oh, okay.
And go on.
Anything about what these people have done?
You know nothing about what these people have done. They're clearly in the eyes of the three. Where that came from? The 3 kings. The 7 princes. And the laws laid down in Port Nyanzaru. Their crimes are punishable by death. One of the people who was last to have their head covered by a herd was a tabaxi.
A tabaxi?
What's the tabaxi again?
Tabaxi's like a cat person.
All right, yeah.
boots.
Yeah. Yeah. And Amber or Eruka, you'd recognize this person as the one that took the gold coin from you and took a dip in the ocean.
Well, that's gold you'll never see again.
Oh no, that lost a while ago.
And as you stare and walk past it, you hear the order being given and the drop happens. You hear one crack, 2 people dancing the dance, and then nothing. The crowd begins to part away.
I shall pass a prayer for the souls departed.
Upon the crowd departing, all you see is a young tabaxi crying at the front. And then walks away. Anyway, to the magic shop. Right, let's see what items you got. Let's have a look.
Can I make mushrooms grow out of their bodies?
Not without attracting some attention from the town guard. You're mutilating bodies in their eyes. I mean, you're welcome to do so.
I'll just send some spores that way. They'll grow on their own.
Listening the decomposition of the dearly departed.
Druids are neutral, yo.
Sorry, guys, typing furiously.
Besides which, I already gave a prayer of passing.
Work.
So, and the law is the law.
I need to go to the toilet.
That's not the law.
Wait, did the little tabaxi run off?
There was a crying tabaxi that went
She's
away.
just sobbing and moving away. Like she's just, yeah, she's someone who's very distraught. Last item. There are other items to add to this, but I'm just going to pop this one up for you guys to have a chitty chat. Ooh, see Daisy.
Well, my point of view is, if she hadn't learned from the last time she mucked up and made a serious error, fate is what it is. I assisted the last time. It's come around full circle. They haven't learned from the last time, so while admittedly the result this time is a little more terminal, shall we say, to what it is.
Yeah,
I want to go to the tabaxi, the
Maybe
mini
you're
one.
not allowed to swim in the harbor or something.
Or it could be, the gambling ring that they were part of.
That might have had something to do with it.
I mean, it's definitely one of those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go to the little tabaxi.
As you get closer, you soon realise that this tabaxi has been living on the streets for some time, and she's actually some form of urchin. And she is just, her eyes are bawling, she's like sniffling, and she's running a wrist on her nose and just bleh.
Just like the snot bubbles and everything.
Yeah.
Ugly crying.
Ugly crying.
Ugly crying.
Wow, I'm gonna coin that one.
I've heard that one before.
Yeah, I like that.
Right.
That's add that to my effort as well. Okay. She doesn't notice you, by the way.
Incidentally, I know this is. Hang on. Gonna post something in the chat channel.
As the smallest of the group, then I'm going to grab the end of her tail to see if that stops her walking.
Oh, that poor cat is probably blind and is derped out.
Aw.
Ah. Why are you crying?
Why are you crying?
I think that might have been the turtle actually asking.
Yeah, that was the
me.
turtle. Like
Oh, right. Sorry, I was generally doing
No, you're
PC in PC.
5 or 6 things right now.
I was so confused for a second.
Yeah, suddenly speaks in a South African accent. So sorry. I'm literally on that last.
Oh dear.
Okay, this is the list of things. I'm going to do a bit of RP with Lokai.
Yay.
Boosh!
Fight over it.
Let the fighting begin.
Okay,
Oh wow.
Ooh.
yeah, this is all
Legs are
random.
holding. I want that.
Okay, shush people, RP happening now. Talk in the chat.
Yeah, talk in the chat. Okay.
She looks up at you. And she just stares at you and like her head kind of tilts. What?
Why are you crying? She's just so puzzled by why she's crying.
No, she's like, she kind of points at the what's it called? The hanging things. Amber?
Gallows.
Yeah.
Gallows, that's it. She points at the gallows. My mother is dead. And she's just bawling now.
Are the bodies still hanging, or did they?
Oh no, they'll be there for a day or two.
Well, that's pleasant. I'd like to kind of use my considerable girth to block the view of it.
She takes a step back. She feels a little bit intimidated by a giant turtle.
Oh, I'm too tall, and I like scrunch down, trying to be unintimidating, but yeah, just trying to.
She asks, "What do you want?"
So what are you going to do? Now your mother's dead. What are you planning on doing? Are you planning on just sitting here and crying? Or are you going to do something else?
She's like, it's ugly crying right now.
He scratches his
full
head,
on.
like trying to figure out. I
and she
don't
says,
talk to children well.
I don't know.
Where do you live?
Here. Well, she says Port Lan, like as if she's saying Port Lanzarote.
Oh, you're homeless.
She just
Ah.
nods.
A little bit less than tactful, but never mind.
I will point
He's
out.
very bad with social things.
I know
Oh, you're scum.
one of his character traits is the same as mine. We basically are very bad at displaying any kind of empathy through.
Towards people, yeah. So it's just like, why are you crying? Even though any sentient creature could be like, oh, that was probably her. So, well, so you don't have anywhere to go.
She's kind of looking at you now, like it's almost as like she can't believe these words are coming out of you. Like, no shit, and why are you being mean and pointing these things out? She's not saying anything.
Well, I mean, you can follow me if you want. I have food. And it's just this gigantic mushroom.
She says, "No, I don't trust anyone. Just leave me alone."
I mean, you can keep going about not trusting people and probably die starving to death, or you can try to trust me and eat the damn mushroom and be fine. This will at least feed you for a day.
My
Put it this
mum
way.
always said not to take mushrooms from strangers.
Oh, you think it's... Oh!
I'm sorry.
And then I
that's-
bite into the mushroom. See? Fine. I'm like, oh, it's pretty good, actually. I make another one.
Auto cannibalism?
Yes.
Well, no, that would be if he was an orc.
The way that Circle of Spores works is you pretty much just become spores.
Oh,
So
yeah, that isn't
technically, yeah, it's
cannibalism.
cannibalism.
She just shakes her head and she just says, "Go away, leave me alone." And she just kind of like trots off.
Aw, I wanted to ask her something.
I cast Hold Person.
Oh.
No. No. She doesn't have a sack or anything.
I mean, she's got a small bundle on her back.
Can I just put make a shroom grow inside of it without her noticing while her back is turned? With one of my spores, using my druid craft to kind of make it grow a bit.
Kind of want to say it's a little bit of sleight of hand because you're trying to do it without her noticing. I can see.
Yeah.
Try sleight of hand first to see if she notices this is happening, and then if you succeed that, we can proceed with mushroomology.
Well, that's going to be bad.
Or not.
Or, you know what? I think I snuck that in there pretty good.
Yeah, there's a mushroom in her sack now.
And arguably she's a bit distracted, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, what you mean? Because her mom.
There's a
just
huge
died.
buff on that, so. And she just disappears down into the cave.
Yeah. Never get why people let their emotions take away from their practicality. Clearly. This is after I come back to the group. It's just like, clearly that mushroom would have fed her for a day, and she could have had two. But he's just talking to himself as, like, wafts of spores are coming off, just loudly speaking as he waddles up to the magic shop.
Okay. So as you are walk through the entrance to this place, there's all sorts of sounds and clickings and kind of like whistles and like men with many beards just like talking amongst themselves. Just all sorts of contraptions going on in the background. There's like a Van de Graaff in the background, and there's a couple of people chuckling because somebody's turned purple. Like it's just a playground for wizards in here. And you're greeted by a clerk who introduces himself as Lowland Demora.
What's Amber doing?
She's...
A window with colors.
Kaleidoscope?
Kaleidoscope. It's kaleidoscope.
I think she was
Glass?
maybe emulating the magical
Woo!
Oh, that's fair.
blue penis.
Yes, there's a
of the
bubble
place.
machine that if you inhale it, you float in the air. I know there isn't small people who are orange shouting Oompa Loompa.
Well, I was just gonna say that sounds familiar.
No, that's Donald Trump. Oh god, we can't go
No,
down that road.
Look, you're on
yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
strike.
Never coming back.
That's it, I'm leaving.
First round, yeah. No, that's Donald Trump, guys. It's Donald Trump. I mean, Donald Trump is actually a character in this game, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
Team of Horrors at the end of it, Donald Trump. Spoiler alert.
Aw.
Is that person I talked to yesterday around?
He's like, Who?
No, I didn't ask. I asked that out of character.
Oh, right. Sorry.
I'm looking around, and do I see this person somewhere?
No, he's not available. In the sense that he's
Okay.
not there.
Okay. So we're just talking to this other cleric then, or
Yeah.
other
Clerk.
clerk.
Correct.
Hello. I was here yesterday, and I was asking for help identifying this book that I have, and I was told to come back the next morning because someone who would be able to assist me would be here. So to be able to help me with this, and I'll grab the book out of my backpack, and it's about this book. It's magical, but I don't know what about it is or what's with it.
He takes the book from your hands, and looks all over like the page, like the details on the outside. He looks at the spine, looks at the front. He places the book on a table, and he's kind of just like. Doing these sorts of things. He's short of not licking it is what he's trying to do. And he opens the page, takes a step back, and moves in. It's just an empty book.
Well, it is to you, but I can read, I can see writing in there, but I don't know what language it is. And one of your colleagues yesterday did something with it, and he found that it is magical.
Huh. He kind of does this to his hands, and the book glows to him. So he nods his head and says, "Well, clearly it has some magical properties, but of what they are, I do not know."
This bloody book.
Do you know of someone who would be able to find out?
Brother Masters would, but he's been missing since yesterday.
Missing? Okay.
And he nods. Yeah, just went to his office and left.
That's the last you saw of him.
Yeah, he grabbed a few things and.
Where's his office, if you don't mind telling me?
They're in private quarters beyond the realms of the public. They're in the building, basically. The same building you're in.
Okay, and he just went there and never returned. And did you already go look for him?
Yes, we could see that he was in there and gathering things together. He left with his staff, he never leaves without it, and... Yeah.
Huh. And, any idea when he left? Does it have something to do with last night's attack, perhaps?
The attacks are becoming more frequent. He's never left before. We are considered safe here. We are in the realms of protection in our spells and our home. I can't explain his disappearance. I'm sorry.
Has it already been reported to the town's guards?
The town guards are too busy for missing people. People go missing all the time here. But my hopes are that he will turn up at some point anyway. We're not bound to this building, you know.
But you're a wizard.
Congratulations, yes.
Observation check passed.
Scrying?
Okay.
You scried for him, I assume?
No.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's a good idea if you can't find something to try to scribe for it.
We have our own methods and ways of doing things.
Clearly it's not working because he's still missing.
Believe me, we have the capacity to do so, and we have the manner to do so, and we're doing everything we can, but that's behind private doors. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, prince that lives across the street over there, and I point over there, said we could go here for some magical items.
And assistance.
Yeah.
The prince across the street. Do you know how many princes live across the street?
7.
Well,
But
that
that's
one
true.
over there, and I point into the direction of where he lives.
Wakanga's place?
Yeah, I guess that's the one.
The one with the scar on his face.
Oh, you're the adventurers heading into the jungle.
Yes.
Okay, follow me.
Okay.
And he takes you to a room, and laid upon the table is a series of artifacts, a series of objects and bits and pieces that are kind of put together.
Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, I guess I don't know what most of those things are.
If you would like, I could give a brief description of what things are.
I would like to roll for investigation.
Yes.
See if there's anything particularly recognisable or interesting.
Sorry, you broke up in between that. I couldn't quite figure out a sentence. I heard investigation.
Because I want to see if there's anything particularly interesting. My little ferrety hands are getting all twitchy, and I want to click and poke things.
Charity hands. Well, what I've given a list of is exactly what's there. If you're to do a magic spell to see what's magic, they're all magic.
They're all
magical
magic.
items.
See, but
Yeah.
my character wouldn't know what most of those things are.
Arcana. Dum,
Yeah,
dum, dum.
you can roll for Arcana.
check.
You might have come across things that are magical before.
Okay, so
Nope.
On what? Because I can do different items. But if you give me what you're looking at, then
well, I'm gonna go. What does the weapon look like?
the weapon is a short sword. It is of elvish design. It's just a blade with a writing that flows across it.
Okay. And the bag.
It's just a tatty old bag on a table.
I'm gonna do Arcana to see what that is. Oh, that's gonna be great.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna give this to you. You understand that this is in fact a bag of some magic or properties, and it could either be a bag of holding, a bag of unholding,
Or a cursed bag of holding.
or a cursed. What are those?
I want to know what a bag of unholding is.
yeah, what's the bag of unholding?
Well, you don't know that, I'm afraid.
Ah.
You've just heard of it.
Unpleasant.
Okay, can I ask the clerk what this is? What's this bag? What does this do?
It is bag of holding for stuff
And
and small people.
Small people.
But not for very long. Trust me.
I can put stuff in it, and then what?
Well, it's bag of holding, isn't it? If I just give the... I can give a full description of it.
Go on.
Basically, a backpacker's
wait.
dream.
I know what
Yeah.
a bag of holding is, but I don't know if my character knows what it is.
You recognise it as a magical bag of properties. Like you might have come across it before,
Okay.
and its visual looks like it's meeting the description that you've heard of it before.
Okay. How much is this?
They're supposed to
I
be
asked
for
the
us, aren't
clerk.
they?
I asked the clerk.
It has price tags,
Oh.
as do they all.
whoops.
300.
Okay.
Well, hang on. We're expected to pay for these items.
You have access to some of the best magical items in this realm. Not everyone has that.
Technically, you're renting them.
I would like to buy this bag.
Think of it as a deposit. Okay.
Wakanga has lied to me. I was told we'd be granted items.
Certainly get a discount on them.
If I have enough wanga.
I thought a
Is
bag
there
of holding. It's like
barter
1,000.
sort of?
I don't know, actually. What,
Oh yeah, can I barter about this?
Apparently not. I mean, persuasion, maybe?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna persuade him to.
Charisma?
I'll give you 200 for this bag.
Oh boy.
Okay. Bag of unholding. Everything you try to put in it gets shot back at the terminal velocity. Yes, it can.
That's a cannon.
Yeah, basically the internal is smaller than the external. That's literally the description of it. Get your head around that.
Makes all the sense.
Yeah.
Sounds
So,
like my head.
you're offering 200 gold pieces. Roll a persuasion check.
That's my first offer. Persuasion.
Damn, these rolls
18.
though.
Fuck.
Yeah, man. He says, well, Conga did say this would be for a good cause. I could 250? 250?
250.
220.
It was then that we realized the wizard was actually the goddamn Loch Ness monster.
I told that monster.
250.
Excellent.
He thinks about it for a while. And he's like stroking his beard. Like everyone in here has a beard. It's like the cliche wizard's place.
Beard.
And as he does so, a little bit of the morning's breakfast falls out and scuttles away.
Scuttles away.
He gets his hand, spits on it, and puts it out to you, and smiles.
All right, we have a deal.
That's
And as he holds my hand, I freeze the hand a little bit with the thing, so it spit freezes and we're stuck together. No, sorry, I don't.
Like
I'll
awkward
take
moment.
the spit. The spit for 80 gold.
oh. Did you just? And I look back. Who else is here?
I'm
Everyone's
currently sort of looking with my eyebrows off the top of my head, being indignant at having to pay for things.
Well,
Do you humans
know,
always
yeah,
spit on each other?
220.
I'm rich. I shouldn't have to pay for things.
Exactly.
Alright, so that means I lose 20. The platinum pieces are 10, right? 10 gold?
Yes.
Okay, so I lose 25 or 22.
Mhm.
Uh,
Oh, Rich, you're making me thirsty, mate.
That's quite possibly one of the best items to have. And
And it's all
Bag of
RNG
holding,
as well. It just pops
Like,
up. I was like, oh, would you
holy
look at that?
shit.
It's an uncommon item. Like, you can come across them.
yeah, but I mean, just like in terms of
Utility. They are
Yeah.
the must-have for adventurers.
Alright, so I add this.
No, I wish I
Bag of
could pick that
holding.
spell that a bard can have, where you can persuade someone that an item is worth less than what it actually is.
we should be
It
having
weighs-
Vala do all
It
this.
weighs 15, right? Or how much is it?
That's a good point. Don't we have someone that's good at talking to folk?
We have a bard now.
Oh yeah. I'm supposed to be okay at talking.
Yeah,
As a
but the
tiefling.
bard isn't here.
I think you're more okay
Oh,
at just
yeah.
threatening people to do things.
Yes,
But I
15.
don't want to threaten people when I'm just buying something.
I just
Well,
meant
you
by
might
being a
end up
tiefling.
doing it without doing it on
I-
purpose.
I
Also-
reserve that, and I reserve actually threatening people for political discussions.
Also, you don't want to threaten wizards, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wizards get scared quickly, and wizards like to spark off a bit. I mean that in two ways.
They let off accidental fireballs and stuff.
Out their arse.
Yeah.
Okay, so bag of holding. Oh, here.
500
pounds.
Yeah, we talked about this like
Okay.
just
Yeah,
this
yeah.
morning.
Weighs 15. And then how do I add this weight to my...
If you just put it in your character sheet, it'll all tally up.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't... Well, I guess I don't have a weight limit, so... I guess everything's now in the bag of holding that isn't in my hands. Or worn.
I mean,
Perfect.
we could all throw our stuff in the bag of holding
Apart
and
from
not
the
hit that
three amigos.
500.
The,
Yeah,
the
apart
biggest
from the three
problem
amigos.
is everything I actually need on my person is still
It is
too
on.
much for my my carry weight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, although we should be careful not to put all of her eggs into one bag of holding.
No, but it's for like loot
I
and
was
stuff.
like on the edge of being encumbered by one,
Shite.
and now I'm just like cozy, super light.
Okay.
Do you know what this is? I pull out the map.
It's a map.
The
But
map
it's
page,
not.
you mean?
It's blank.
Oh.
He takes the paper. Is this the map that Syndra gave you?
Yep. Well,
It's
not
not so much-
Syndra, Wakanda.
Wakanga. It's the same map that Syndra gave you. He just attuned it to the one that he's got. So if I drag you all to what it looks like is looking for the tab, looking for the tab.
Interim music.
I'll see that.
Might take a while to load 'cause it's quite
Yeah,
a bit
I'm
of detail.
waiting for mine to catch up with reality, apparently.
Yeah, mine's still loading. It's a
Oh, there
lot
goes
of
gravity.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes reality. Mum spaghetti.
There we go. I have a map.
And
I think. Yeah, I finally
Load
have a map.
graphic. There we go. So it's essentially a map like this, but imagine it kind of grayscale, kind of tatty, tea stained on it, you know, that sort of colour.
I'm not sure tea stain is. I don't think they tea stain their maps on purpose. I think it's just.
Oh,
old.
of course they do. Yeah, it's kind of a natural thing to do. All maps must be tea stained
It's
by
like,
law of
well, we
Portsmouth.
made this lovely new map. Let's pour some tea over it.
That's why those 3 people were executed. They didn't have tea on their maps.
Oh, right.
Exactly.
I've reloaded and I've still only got a white screen.
No, it takes forever for this thing to like even my computer was like.
I would take a print screen, but I've got things on mine and I don't want to reveal
Yeah,
those.
it's honestly.
Go
Yours
up
is
with Rich.
special.
Go see Rich.
You can come up. I mean, you can see mine.
Can you unattune it?
Attunement is very specifically a thing in D&D. So once a thing is attuned, it's like
You would destroy it?
not so much destroy, but it stops functioning. It's like you've got the
Doesn't that work?
cryptographic key to see the thing. Yes, I told you. And all this stuff takes ages to load. Huh?
So,
Do you have something similar to
really?
this? Like just a piece of parchment that's enchanted to do cartography? Or map,
What's
whatever
wrong,
it is.
Rich?
No, not a game thing.
you can do research to see if you can pay somebody to do research to see if they can find something, but he doesn't have something on him that's straight of that description.
Okay. And it doesn't have like a "you are here" thing.
Well, we're in Port Nyanzaru.
No, I meant just like a little tick on the map.
Nailed it.
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Of such item that I've never searched or seen before. It's clearly been attuned, and it's a map of Port Nyanzaru. What more do you want to know?
What's this? I pull out the skull thingy.
He just sighs now. It's an object with a skull head.
Obviously. Like Alan Rickman in fucking Harry Potter.
I cannot
I can't
do
either.
Alan Rickman.
Oh.
I can sometimes do a good Alan Rickman, but today is not those days.
Hmm.
Or is
Well, some
Uh,
crazy, strange lady appeared out of nowhere and handed this to me and said it would be important for the fate of the world. So I figured, a little more enthusiasm might be something. But it's not that important. Back in the shell. You're like, you all might die, but
the cloak just looks like Anybody else got any show and tell moments for me today? Or are we done here?
Why don't you guys show him like the fucking candle and cloak?
Oh yeah, that was something I was going to ask about. What's this? I pull out the candle.
He almost snatches the candle from your hand.
Just wait.
He just looks at it. Sniffs it. And in my notes, it's
Cinnamon?
a cantrip candle.
Oh.
You light it and you can make the cantrip.
Which cantrip?
I won't know until you light it. There's many of these types of candles. Usually the flavour gives a hint, though.
The cinnamon cantrip.
I drew a craft a candle lit while he's holding it.
He looks kind of worried to begin with. He's like, oh my god. Unsolicited magic without any precautions. Okay.
Oh yeah, shit, they're all like scholarly.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
strange.
It makes perfect sense for you as a druid to just be like, oh, fire.
Yeah,
You won't give a
like-
shit. It's nature.
Yeah, it's fine. Rather jumpy.
Let's have a look.
Where did Amber go?
Ember gone?
She's still here. She's probably getting a drink.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. There has been a minor.
The clerk
emergency.
recognises the sort of the arcana that's oozing from this candle, and he utters a few words. He nods in delight and says, "Well, this is a candle of minor illusion."
Minor illusion.
Oh,
Thank you.
sorry. I took it.
There are limited uses of this, obviously. When the candle dries, it's no longer available, but these can be purchased as quite a staple, actually.
Okay. So it
Just
won't like
not had-
explode.
Sorry?
It won't like explode or anything.
Not likely, no.
Okay, I snuff
It
out
could
the
create the illusion of
the fire.
explosions.
and I pluck it back.
The candle seems to recess, shorten slightly.
Okay. Well, I probably shouldn't do that again. I hand it back. Do you still have that cloak? I have a feeling this human is getting very upset with me, so I should probably hurry up with all these things.
I mean, he's fascinated by magic items. It's just he wants to go for lunch.
It's lunchtime.
It was like right at noon. So I take the cloak. What's this?
It's like a smelly garment.
It's apparently magical.
Should let her wear it. He casts investigate, and the cloak kind of glows and it billows, and he smiles to himself. This, my friend, is a cloak of billowing.
What's billowing?
Wasps.
But not frosty, smelly ones.
Yeah, no, it just
A
it
cloak
flaps.
of billowing.
So what? It always is it like an anime thing where it's always like flapping in the wind, all cool like?
Yeah, you know, what's the film? Jumanji, when the rock's like stern features. It's like a cloak that billows under the command of on the wearer's command.
So it's just made for cool, striking a cool pose.
Well, if it weren't
could
for the
use
fact it looks so raggedy, I'd say it probably would look quite regal on me, but have you seen the state of that thing?
I don't have prestidigitation, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. And I hand him a mushroom.
He takes it and is like, thanks.
Depression.
You're welcome. And I just like, I think he rather liked me.
Yes, you've made a friend, clearly.
Shall we exchange bone stones?
Why do you want to exchange?
I made a
the
friend.
stones?
Exchange phone numbers, phone stones. We don't have phone. Okay, fine. It's not funny. I have to explain.
I got the joke.
I was with you. I was
get
with
it
you.
now.
I was with
I was like,
I
why
would
do you
do-
want to swap our
Cramp.
stones?
Fuck it. Ah, shit.
Go eat a pickle.
Well, that's the DM out.
Yeah, go eat a pickle.
Not joking, no.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
Oh, I missed his face.
What?
Oh no, it's still there.
Drink the pickle juice.
Yeah, go eat a pickle or drink some pickle juice.
You just want to see my face look like an arsehole turning inside out.
No. The sodium will help stop your cramping.
Sodium's in wine as well, right?
Not as much because it's also about like dehydration and yeah. So
Didn't need
Go
that.
drink some
I'll
pickle
just
juice.
put my feet up on
You'll
my
feel better.
wardrobe so I can kind of chill out a bit, and it was just like pang, pang, cramp.
No, the man's right. I mean, he knows what he's on about.
Yeah, he's a druid.
yeah. It's like you really seem. I would cast Cure Wounds on you, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you know.
cramps isn't the wound, is
But
it?
we have
mean-
the Dover Cliffs, so it wouldn't work.
that's true.
I
So
can't even say.
Or eat some chips or something.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at your misery, but I am.
Yes,
I
you
have laughed at his misery, and I'm willing to do so.
This is the price of running around like a lunatic all day.
these are not rented items. These are purchased, right?
Yes.
Well, and if they were
These are
rented,
ours.
they're not getting that thing back.
Oh no, they're not getting the bag back. That's not happening.
How do you even return? How do you make sure you've removed everything from a bag of holding before returning it?
The way
You
that it
hold-
works is you think about what it is you want out, and if you
Okay.
turn it inside out, everything will fall out.
But be careful, because if you put an anvil on there,
Yeah, it'll just come out. It doesn't care where it comes out. It's like boom.
get a couple of dead elephants.
Who knows what was already in there?
A bag of holding for a zoo, it just turns
How
into
the
like.
fuck did they get dryad bark? Who's skinning dryads?
So, look, everyone's got a hobby, okay?
Fucking arachne webs?
What is
I
that
keep getting
stuff?
cramp.
An
Spider web.
arachne
I keep standing up.
is a spider woman.
And a
Right.
dryad is like a tree person, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
But then
every 5
again,
seconds. It's like
Spriggan bark is possibly even worse than...
Oh yeah,
Doing
because that's
purpose on us.
directly.
Maybe- the reaction.
Maybe it was like a Jewish dryad,
He's
and
not
that's just what's
joking, by
left
the
of
way. About the pickle.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll.
gonna go and get some. Should we
Yeah.
go for a drink break? Because my throat's actually starting to.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
gotta...
And
Sure.
I was talking about pickles and dryads. That's
Pickling
another
dryads.
game. That's not D&D. That's not Dungeons and Dragons. That's pickles and dryads.
By the way,
Yeah,
guys,
fair.
I am in the process of doing an illustration of dwarf thumbs
Excellent.
because that is a coin of our
Look,
campaign.
if that happens,
Yeah.
I will. I shit you not. I will put that on the website, and I'll put it on my T-shirt site.
Merch,
Yes.
You have
Yeah.
a t-shirt size?
Uh,
I do. I recently sold one. I sold a T-shirt.
Nice. nice.
What's on your t-shirts?
It was. You know what? In fact, you probably enjoy this. Hang on. The design of it is basically nonsense.
Here we go,
about-
here's a plug-in.
Yeah. Here's a merch plug. Crikey.
Put a link or something.
I'm trying to remember how to get
Give
there.
him a chance.
You put it up, I'll be right back, okay? I gotta go back.
Really hope he does go get pickle or
I know.
fucking
I
bag of
know.
chips.
What else can helps against cramps, by the way, besides pickles? Is there any?
Potassium,
What, like a banana?
like a banana.
Like a banana, but not
But
actually
usually
a banana.
it's the salt. It's the lack of salt that causes your muscles to seize up that and lack
It's
of
the
fluid.
lack of salt. I always thought it was too much salt.
You can get from both, but 9 times out of 10, he just came from airsoft. He was running around. He sweat.
Yep.
Even though it's cold, you lose the salt, and that's usually how you fix it.
I will agree because that actually is proper sense that I know about as well.
Because you need salt and potassium to make your muscles contract.
That's why I haven't had a lot of cramps lately. I've been playing a lot of Rocket League. Tons of salt there.
Tons of salt.
Yeah.
I've accidentally logged into the wrong frickin'. I'm desperate to try and find this thing because I will. Gosh darn it. The frick is the website?
It's your website.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. Like, I wouldn't be so bad, but I've literally forgotten everything about my own. But I haven't logged in for like a month.
Cannot believe we have a bag of holding already.
In fairness, I'm amazed it took us this long.
Really?
I mean, level 3 is usually a good scope for sort of party gets bag of holding.
So now we find something, we can just chuck the damn thing in there and it'll be fine.
I really wish I could just get something to help alleviate my freaking weight problem.
We have to go see, maybe see if there's an arachne nearby. Have her make you some armor or something.
Yeah.
Or some padding for the armor so that it can be lighter.
You guys, you could have bought the arachne web and used it as a. Well, I don't know how much of the arachne web you get, but if you get enough of it, maybe Eruka could fashion armor out of it.
Can you weave?
Yeah, I don't have much expertise with the arachne web, but if it's a fibre or a textile, I do have seamstress's tools.
Nice. Huh. Maybe we should ask to see if anyone knows where any of them are. Because sometimes they're not horrible things. Sometimes.
Okay.
Just have your armor remade out of arachne shit so that it's really light and
I'm
super
not gonna
strong.
lie, it would be beneficial.
So, Chike,
Yes.
are there arachnes? Have I seen any wandering about the port?
No.
Okay.
Arachnes?
Yeah, the spider women.
No, there is no spider women here. Spider women.
Oh, where's my phone?
Is it going off?
I just saw him like run off. That was great.
Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. You get that, Amber? You're furiously working on something.
Sorry, yeah, it's all blowing up over here.
Oh, okay. You guys need to drop for...
What? No.
I'm listening, it's alright.
It's just
Right.
a social
Hiccup.
problem.
No worries.
No, I was more bothered by because they were pointing out with the use of arachne web, it's potentially possible to make much lighter armor for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I guess that would be a weird question to just suddenly ask.
Oh, no, this isn't.
I
how much
suppose
is
the
that?
local-
'Cause the
100 some?
165 GPs, that's a lot of GPs. So unless we can de facto make sure that this can be a thing,
How do you feel about that, Chike?
Give me 1 sec. I'm just going to do a little bit of research because you're asking questions beyond my web of 1 knowledge and 2. I mean, it's not a lot. It's basically a
It's for a
jar.
potion.
It's not a lot.
It's a small jar. These are ingredients for arcanic practices.
Hmm.
Right, well, there's your problem right there.
Where'd you get this? And I hold up the arachne web.
It comes to us. We buy shipments from people and things that come into the port. We can almost get anything here with the right price and time, obviously.
We don't have a lot of time, that's the concern.
And Lokai has a great idea. We should ask the trade prince to get us an arachne.
I don't think that's going to be appropriate.
I mean, he said he could get us anything.
Yes, but we do have to...
No, you just... They're like people. You just talk to them and be like, hey, come and do this stuff.
Come and do... Right. Might I remind you that we also need to sort of be making way soon, rather than waiting for shipments of enslaved arachne.
It wouldn't be enslaved. She would come here and work, wasting precious bits of her life
I see.
for nothing more than gold.
That sounds a lot like slavery to me.
Huh.
Just saying, as a DM.
Little guy's like,
You butt out of this,
thought
GM. You
now.
ain't even here. Go away, God voice.
Hmm.
Oh, hang on. I'm a cleric. I can hear the voice of God.
I, Sir Joseph. Oh, shut up! Stop your groveling.
But no, as a player, I am concerned that might just be a little bit stretching. As Sir Joseph, I was more concerned about the immediate what's in front of me. So if it's just a jar, then my interest is immediately displaced.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Don't you have teleport circles in your tower here?
What we have here is our own. That is none of your business.
Hmm. So that's a yes.
That's none
Right,
of your
that's a
business.
yes. I'm turning and looking at. So he means yes, right? He just doesn't want to tell me.
My friend, some things remain private to those that wish them private.
Thank you.
People are strange.
Sir Joseph or rebarbative?
Yes, of course. Thank you for your comments. Is there anything else here on this table that bears interest that I may be of assistance of?
Well, the sword looks too puny to do anything with. And these other assorted pieces of nonsense, I don't even know what they're for. That's a no from me.
Covered. Well, if that is it, thank you and good day.
And thank you for your time and patience, good sir.
Since we're friends now, have another mushroom. I set it on the table for him.
Thank you. I would keep it for later.
He just like shoves it off the table with a pencil or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, it takes like a handkerchief, a spotted handkerchief out of his pocket, and just kind of picks it up.
Yeah, that look on your face was perfect. Just the. Oh god, Amelia has one.
We're low.
Anyways, so shall we go?
Yes, I've got another dilly-dally around here.
All right.
Erica, did you see on the table? Is the table too high for her to?
I've seen. I'm also a little bit short on funds, and there isn't anything specifically interesting, being as somebody's already pinched the bag of holding.
Yeah, fair enough. Well then, waddle back to coleslaw. Actually, no.
Wait, are we leaving?
Well, there's nothing else on the table of interest, unless you have any interest.
Oh, so you're not gonna buy the web then?
It too. There's nothing there to make use of.
What is with all that stuff? What use is of that?
Potion ingredients.
Oh.
If you do not understand its properties, then perhaps you shouldn't play with it.
Yeah, he's actually right about that.
Did anyone else buy something?
Bag of holding. That's all we got.
I thought you wanted that weapon.
Hold up, wait a minute. I've made 2 sales?
God damn it.
Did you put a link somewhere?
No, I've just managed to find my shop again.
Could you point me to the evil lady's trade princess? Would she be a princess, or is it still a trade prince? I don't know how you people do your things.
Which trade princess are you talking about?
The only one that would have a vagina? I would hope.
Oh, hang on. Ignore that.
People's are their own private things, but you know what we're talking about.
I can't remember her name. I should really write these things down.
Oh, you have to log in. You can't view
Yeah,
it
so,
without.
no, hang on. I sent you the wrong damn thing.
Oh.
Ah. You're talking about the merchant that deals with plants, poisons, and assassination.
And it was
Yes.
the entropy.
Why did I
shirt.
not write her fucking name down? How did I?
Because her name is Jessamine.
Jessamine.
I do have
Yes.
notes on a Jessamine. Notes. Oh no, I have the name. That's all I know is the name.
Well, we haven't met her yet.
No.
Maybe we should go get coleslaw first.
Well, I've got no use of this House of Magic things. I've got nothing wrong with meeting someone else. Maybe of use for party's endeavours, I guess.
Which reminds me, Rich, which one of the designs did your customer actually purchase?
It was the entropy shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, the best one on there. Hoorah. And the only one on there that I actually came up with myself, apart from the merch shirt.
Nice. But yes, to get our lizard friend, and then have him come deal with the evil trade princess.
Well,
Yeah,
in true
no.
fashion of D&D book design, it says, go to chapter 8, go to contents page, chapter 8 does not exist.
That's helpful.
Not really.
What's with the shirt?
I just like the onomatopoeic visual of it.
Fair enough. Came here to wear t-shirts and raise entropy. God damn it.
See? It's a good shirt!
God damn it.
Did you make those designs?
The entropy one was one that I stole the concept of and just sort of made my own.
Making drink.
And the other ones?
The Brain Spooge one is a blog that I've on and off kept for many years. And the Shoop one was just a graphic that I particularly liked and added some nonsense to. And the merch was me trying to basically be post-ironic against the concept that frickin' every YouTube channel, Twitch streamer, and everything else under the sun has a merch outlet. Mostly that was a reaction to Linus Tech Tips, because he has merch slots on all of his programs that he does terrible segues to.
You know, you should have made it so you can get the shirts in that same color of pink as you can get the bag in.
I shall take a note of that and do that.
Oh, it's just that easy.
Yeah.
That's cool. The hot pink.
I'll have a look at making more hot pink things.
Anyways, sorry for the weird segue. That was my bad.
Well, that's the unselling merch.
Yeah, segue merch. Without any
Okay.
link mentioned. Best kind of link. Back to the game.
Okay, Chai, you look tired.
Yeah, I've kind of been a bit busy today, mate.
He's been a bit busy.
I've probably run about 10k and shot maybe 50 odd people and got shot about just as many times.
Ah, sounds like your average day.
Yeah.
No bruises
Again,
yet,
this
though.
weekend as well. Sorry?
I said you don't appear to have very many bruises yet, though.
Got pinged quite nicely on the arm there.
Oh.
That was point blank. And I've got some on my body that I noticed when I went for a bath. I'm not showing those on camera.
That's alright, you don't
Aw.
have to.
Sorry, Rich.
Back to the game.
Anyway,
Back to the
Joseph does
segue.
not entertain himself in these matters.
Back to the segue.
So yeah, sorry. The princess, Jessamine, who has sales and wares of poisons, plants, and something else.
Potions?
Oh, she deals with assassinations as well.
Well, not having prior knowledge that she deals with assassinations, I guess I have no reason to take
did
umbrage.
explain.
Did he? Well, he was
Went through all
quite.
the brethren of
He was quite
princes.
explicit about these details, was he?
Yeah, do you want
Why
to go
are
through them
we-
again anyway?
Why are we going to her?
Everybody
Well,
wants to go. You don't have to go.
yeah, I think I'll probably go for a light lunch then.
A light lunch.
But why did you want to go there?
Banquet.
Well, I was going to
Plans.
follow. Oh God, who was it? There was someone. Coleslaw?
Yeah, Coleslaw should be at the docks trying to get us a ship.
Oh.
Or passage on a ship.
Well, if you look at them, this is the map we have, right? What we can see right now.
Yeah,
that's
but
your
it's
current visual. Do you want to go back to Port Nanzaru?
No, hang on, because I see we're at the port. There's two rivers that lead pretty far into this place.
Yeah.
Like this, we could go that far by boat, but I don't. Do we have any idea of where we have to go?
Due south. Explore the jungle.
Yeah.
the goal is to
Okay.
try to.
I was personally thinking.
If if I might just barge through, I was going to head down that way. 'Cause at least.
Yeah, by boat.
I was gonna take. I was gonna take
Hold
this
down.
one. Go.
Ah.
And then over here.
Yep.
But we'd have to sail all the way around and then.
And risk piracy.
Yeah, but sailing all the way around is the easy bit.
It's easy, but we risk piracy because there are active pirates in the area. And might I point out that a certain dwarf that has been absent for today doesn't particularly enjoy the concept of stepping aboard a ship.
He's like our Mr. T, but then with boating instead of flying.
Well, don't know about you, but I've got plenty of rope, so I reckon he's small enough to tie up nice and firmly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not a problem.
Well,
I
the
can
thing is,
sit
we
on
may
him.
not actually get much of a say in which river we're taking.
Huh.
Well, for
That's true.
Fair
what
enough.
it's worth, I rather fancy that the river Soshenstar? Yeah,
This
that one. It is the one that carries the most favour with me. Well, curry's the most fair. Curry's.
I don't
There's
wanna
a
get-
camp over there.
Yeah, I
called
don't-
Camp
I
Vengeance.
don't really want to get mixed up in a war between Camp Vengeance and Camp Righteous.
Look, they're both righteous and vengeful. I like both.
Equally and as bad.
Nice.
Are those camps hostile? Are they?
We'd have to ask around to find out any information.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
simply don't know.
Because if
Well-
they're not, they could be stops.
I can't see the fucking list of things to thing.
Things of
Potions,
things.
plants, and poisons. Which is frustrating. Oh! No, that's not it. So no, Lokai's going to want to go there.
Lokai, that was who was wanting to go there. He was wanting to go there. Then I realised who it was, and then I went for lunch.
There's also we talk about the rivers, but this place.
Again, frickin'
GG.
miles away.
That's so far, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's
so
gonna be
far.
faster by boat than having to do it in a monster-infested jungle by land.
The water has stuff in it too.
Yes, but it's friendly water stuff.
Yes.
Think of the island like this. It's Australia +1. It's a +1 Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue, Trike.
Yeah, excuse me, I'm just trying to find the list of... This book isn't exactly well structured as most. So I'm now going on Roll20 to see if there's anything there.
I'm quite sorry that this is taking.
No, it's fine.
so I was like, I figured
it's
the
like
assassin
firefighting,
lady.
but the fire's like a million miles away, and it's like,
Your hose don't quite reach.
yeah, and I'm kind of hanging up my hoop a little bit, so this reading is
Aw.
like.
I did wonder if it was a
a.
wise idea to do this session after a day of airsofting.
I had no idea I was going to get soft last thing, and I'm not going to cancel it that late on you guys. You don't deserve that. So, in the sense that I'm not going to do that to you because you deserve better. That's what I meant to say and how it's.
I deserve better.
You know, we can always go visit that lady later.
We're
Why
going to
did you want
retcon
to
that.
visit
You and I are going to have
her?
a session, and we're going
Yeah.
to discuss what's going to be there.
Because it'll just be me going anyway.
Why did you
So-
want to visit her?
You should always go visit the person who's cozy with assassination before you go out. They may know things about certain parts that the nice, quote unquote, people don't know about. Such as secret societies and hidden ancient things under the city.
So, where you guys gonna break for food? Because there's lots of merchants around the area selling food.
Anywhere that doesn't look like food is actually on fire.
Well,
Aw, but it's
I'm
so
afraid
good.
that's gonna be hard to come by.
I'm looking for fruit sellers, I'm looking for vendors of meat that isn't slathered with anything.
Well, maybe they have spicy fruit.
I don't want spicy bloody fruit.
Technically, peppers are spicy fruits.
Bloody hell.
Yeah,
Even the
but-
bloody fruit is spicy.
Are peppers fruit or vegetables?
Peppers are fruits.
Are
Really?
they?
Yes, they hang off the plant and they contain the seeds. If anything, I think there might actually be a berry.
Well, bugger.
Now I hate everything.
Everyone's
Thank you.
typing into Google now.
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
They're like, what?
Well, she's
It was-
100%
Yes, it's a
correct.
berry.
It would make her. Yeah.
The
By
bell
the
pepper
definition.
is a fruit of plants in the Grossum calvala group of the species of the annum. The plants produce fruits of different colours, including red, yellow, orange, green, white, and purple. There you go.
And rhubarb is a vegetable.
I do know that.
Yes.
I do know that. But I didn't
Peppers
realise.
aren't spicy. Bell peppers, anyway.
Strawberries are not actually berries, and neither are raspberries, but a watermelon is.
What?
This is all
Please stop fucking with my knowledge of what I know is reality and not.
True, Google it.
Boulder Falls and Precious Party.
No.
See? A sea lion is not a lion at all. There you go.
There we go.
Little such
A
knowledge
banana
there.
is a berry.
Yes,
Banana
and bananas
is a
are
berry?
domesticated.
Yeah,
A gooseberry is a berry, though.
that's why bananas don't bite people often.
So
'Cause
what is a
they're
dingleberry?
It's about berry.
Sounds like a man's parts, doesn't it? A dingleberry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that what
I
the,
actually thought that's what they were.
that is
No,
what they are?
It's clumps of turds that get stuck to the
Yeah.
back of
Where is
sheep.
this
I know
conversation
some-
going?
Someone already
no.
told me before, but
God damn it! I
By
didn't,
monetization.
I didn't know that little nugget of knowledge.
Nugget of knowledge.
And I now hate everything.
Everything is hate.
Why?
Okay, should we try and get back on track? Because we've gone from
I won't be
peppers to
getting high with pain
dingleberries
To drown
Courgette is a
away
berry.
this.
a what?
Courgette, zucchini.
really?
you might call it.
It's the
Courgette,
same,
yeah.
isn't it? Zucchini, courgette.
Yeah.
Where's
Like-
the homeless part of town?
You're probably looking at towards the north. It's kind of this area.
Up to the north.
Yeah,
On
this
the
is
center
there in this
housing.
area. And there's also, I mean, the part of this area that's walled is kind of the new city. This is like old New York, kind of. This is kind of like the suburbs area that is not protected. This is where the less fortunates live. I mean, I'm talking about this with my mouse moving around as if you can see it. So
Yep.
if we do some pics- Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, where the fire is over there.
Everything
Yeah.
that's out of the walls.
Yeah.
It looks quaint over there. They probably get lots of zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where Lokai
The
heads.
source of all the zombies.
I'll be back. I have a phone stone. Call me if shit goes crazy.
Where are you going?
I have to see somebody about a cat.
You going to the toilet?
Okay.
See a man
must-
about a dog.
You must be hungry.
Okay.
So yeah.
So Joseph, you
Follow.
managed to scrounge some. Not scrounge. You don't do scrounging, do you? You managed to acquire through posh negotiating
Posh negotiate. Sir, how much is that, and does it
some-
burn my mouth?
some yellow banana-y shaped things. I tried to describe it different to a banana, but I'm just going to describe it as.
How do you describe a banana without describing a
there's
banana?
It's
There's a
Very-
meme. Yeah, there's a meme going around of China redescribing them as dick fruit.
Oh, dear. Curved yellow fruit, isn't it? I will eat my curved yellow fruit, without my face exploding.
Okay.
I want to source some spicy.
Can you roll
food.
me an intelligence check, please?
Oh, good God! Do I have to find out if I'm more
Hang on.
intelligent than a monkey?
Let me observe Joseph eating first.
You're just like, let's see this fool eat a thing.
I don't know what a red banana is, and I'm afraid to click it.
Why did you make me roll this?
Okay. You understand there's a skin on it, and you remove the skin
Like,
before
well,
eating it.
seems rather rubbery.
It's like if it's anything less than a certain value, it's like you just bite
Yeah.
into it and it turns to mush. And it just goes at the other end. What's Eruka's character going to be doing today? Kind of got half the day left.
Following the cleric who appears to be trying to work out how to eat what they think is a foreign fruit. I am thoroughly amused by this concept of watching this human trying to tackle a very basic edible.
Rock on.
Can I attempt to source some spicy foods?
You don't have to attempt, you just have to look.
Okay.
There's like spice trays everywhere.
I'll buy something spicy off someone.
What is wrong with you?
Huh?
You acquire what appears to be a long stick and some clumps of meat attached to it. And even smelling it makes your eyes water.
Wow.
My eyes.
Yeah.
I'm
Really?
gonna take a big bite out of it.
Is it actual lava?
Can you make me a con check, please?
Sure.
Really? The tiefling.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Good stuff. Do I do a con save?
Uh,
This?
let's have a look at it. Yeah.
15?
Like, it's a bit warm under the collar and under the horns.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, oh, that's good. The merchant smiles at you as he sees you take a big bite out of it. And
But it's
you
delicious.
can stomach it. Yeah, it's
Ah.
basically this is spicy meat to you, as opposed to everything else, which is like
Okay.
food.
Good stuff. Joseph, you should try these. They're delicious.
I'm busy
you want a
eating this
bite?
curved yellow fruit.
Well,
Sorry,
if you're
Amber.
still hungry afterwards, have one of these. They're delicious.
Oh, I'm so full. Yes, very full.
I'm waffling my nose at what those
I
are.
am
'cause they're
replete.
real interesting.
I wish I was.
A slight tear rolls down Aruka's face. I don't think
Salty.
you've got a card for that one. Russell. This is like Possum looking into possumy things.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Must find possum face.
About
Still
the
looking.
possum, is there also a race of ferrets or weasels or something?
Why have I...
Probably.
What the hell is going
There
on?
is?
There's definitely raccoons, I can tell you that much.
It's human music.
What the frick is going on here?
I heard music.
I
Human
recognize
music.
the music as well. What was that show? What was that from again?
I recognize the tube.
I don't know, but it's going to got me a copyright strike.
Someone's getting
Oh,
banged.
what's that again? I recognize that too, but I don't remember from what.
Oh, do you recognize
Yeah, sure.
that?
I recognise that. No.
Oh,
Aw.
that's bashful.
Italy.
Wait,
Dribble.
did you draw those?
No, these are by somebody called Rotark at flyqueen.net, and they are fantastic.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
We've had cue cards for every emotion so far.
Oh,
I love it.
God damn it, that's cute.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So you guys have snacks. Or eaten. Lokai has wandered off into the realms of the outskirts of the city. It seems a lot more wild out here, actually. The more of the jungle has reclaimed some of these buildings, and it seems more foliage is around the place as well. And for some strange reason, you feel a little bit more at home here, with the foliage around, as opposed to these urban buildings that these humanoids tend to dwell in. Could you make me an investigation check, please, Lokai?
Oh.
Ooh.
I think I found a vine.
The joy of the day and its blistering heat. You lose yourself wandering through the streets, and you actually get a little bit lost. Really?
Really. I mean, I wasn't lying.
Really? So says the book. The book, it says. In your kind of days of just enjoying the weather and the place itself, let me move the camera down a bit. My voice is breaking. You hear behind you, "Stop! Thief!" And you see a small commoner rushing past you, and it gets past you.
I mean, I watch the commoner as it runs past me. What is it? Is it a tabaxi?
It's a cloaked thing. It's bound in kind of like rags as such.
Do I see a tail?
Make a not investigation because you rolled a 1. Perception. Damn. You don't exactly see a tail, but you see a bulge where there shouldn't be a bulge.
Huh.
Bulgy.
Either that thing has a tail or strange genitalia.
What is it
I
with
say
your
out loud.
genitals today?
Why do we always have to go down this road?
Every
Like,
time.
I've been down this
Maybe-
road many times before.
Maybe the bulge is dingleberries.
Good God. Alright,
Okay.
Paula, can you not say such things when I'm drinking?
So imagine if instead of good berry, loci just produces dingleberries.
And no one will take my good berries ever again.
ever again.
I suppose I can't use my staff to trip the thing. It's already ran past me.
It's gone past, yeah.
Can I see who is shouting?
It's kind of a fat person, a person of big build. It's got like a sweaty face and it's kind of red. And he has a meat cleaver in his hand. And there's blood all over him.
Oh, so that
Huh.
used to be a tail.
You should probably keep running. I think that person means to kill you. I shout off.
The guy kind of like comes up next to you and just hands on knees, keeling over. That's the 3rd time this week.
Why?
Why didn't you stop them? And he looks
What
at
was
you.
I supposed to do? I'm a turtle. We're not exactly known for being fast.
Go figure. Thanks for your help. Appreciate it. And he just turns around and walks off.
You should maybe rethink about how you're displaying your items if people can keep stealing them. Get some glass.
He just shouts something in a language you don't understand.
Yep.
And I spend the rest of the day wandering about and make it back at around nightfall. So
So for the rest of the guys, we're going to go back in time a little bit because you've got a little bit of time in the afternoon.
Well, I was, just to get out of the way, spending my time looking for either guilds or houses of ill repute where I might be able to hire people of capability such that I can have a hireling.
Okay.
I'll go with him and his shenanigans. Maybe he'll make some funny moments again, because he's always a good source of entertainment.
I mean, there's plenty of bars and pubs around the areas of selling. Areas of entertainment, public interest.
Well, even if there's
Place.
like a proper guild for, like, I don't know, bodyguards or something. Reaching.
There is a guild for bodyguards, but most of the contracts have already been contracted by the city itself.
Blasted bloody trade princes.
And that's the Zentarim. You hear about them as they run in kind of like a shadow network, and their members are usually after wealth, so contracts for coin for hire is just right up their alley.
I see. Well, failing to find anything more official, I shall look for people that might be willing to earn a few coin to stand in front of me.
I mean, there's the Order of the Gauntlet Lords Alliance. They have houses here, and also the Harpers. They also have the Flaming Fist. Those are the main sort of outposts that are in Port Nanzaru, because this is the main trading port and kind of like an outpost to a frontier. It's a frontier town, to be telling the truth. I mean, the jungle tries to take over every day, which you witnessed the night before. And in fact, the Flaming Fish is probably the most place that you want to go to. It's kind of like a mercenary company headquartered.
Sounds like the right kind of place.
It's actually headquartered in Baldur's Gate. Ha ha.
Oh, Well, we're not there anymore.
So it maintains a permanent stronghold here in Chult. And they actually patrol the jungle.
Ah, so they have experience. In which case, these are the chaps I'm looking for.
Well, they send people out. I mean, it's like Anakin saying he's done all the races but hasn't brought a pod racer back yet.
And how much are these likely to cost for their services?
Well, let's go and have a look at your sheet that you pinged. And what the fuck is that? A red banana?
Would you like to see my red banana?
You don't even have a camera.
Oh, that's a good.
What is...
What is up with the session today, guys? Where's your sheet that you sheeted?
It's private chatted from me as on this character.
Oh, I was looking at
No, it's not my main Discord.
Witch Peel. Henchmen's and Hirelings. Let's have a look. Loading. Zooming across my screen while it's loading. Okay, there we go. It's finally downloaded. Well done, computer. So, they have probably about 3 or 4 people available to hire or looking for work. They have a couple of unskilled labourers, a skilled labourer, 2 mercenaries, and someone who claims to be a guide.
Oh, bugger. Ah, well, that's a predicament, isn't it? Because with 2 mercenaries for hire and a guide, I kind of want all of those, but I can't really afford all 3.
No, they're a bit expensive, aren't they?
How much were they? Sorry.
It depends on how good these mercenaries are.
I'm trying to figure how it works.
So it's done on challenge rating effectively for the character type of them.
It's just so much writing. So much text.
So, as an example, a challenge rating of gosh darn it. There are some examples at the bottom. A skirmisher, for instance, is considered to be a the challenge rating 1/2, and he has comparable stats to mine, although he can't spell cast, obviously.
Yeah. You can hire. You can get like a warlord, can't you? For like.
Yeah, I don't want to
1,000
buy a
coins
freaking
day.
war. I just want a couple of guys that can swing swords. But honestly, the fact that you've allowed there to be a guide, I kind of would like a guide, because that would be super duper helpful. But I literally can't afford that much.
I'm only slightly offended.
Yeah.
Well, no offence to you, you're good and you're a very inspiring chap and all, but when it comes to guiding around the jungles of Chult, I'd rather have someone that has experience and can point me in the right direction when I'm about to die.
According to the book, the guides cost at 5 gold P per day.
Yep.
And require payment for 30 days up front.
That's the problem. There's no way I can afford guide.
That's 150 gold coins up front.
Yes.
Even if the expedition seems to be shorter than that.
Yeah, they take.
You can negotiate the price down.
I don't think the words "you can" are very optimal.
Yeah.
Joseph, just a suggestion. You have got an entire team of people here who might want to contribute towards funding such things.
We have like
Or
800, I
talking
thought.
puppets.
Oh, that's a good point. We are being funded for this. Oh, well, all of a sudden, getting the guide isn't completely out of the phase then.
Maybe should find the bard, though. The Talking McTalkerson.
Well, now that we know that we can hire these chaps, yes.
Huh. Okay. Well, I did a random dice roll to see which guide was available to you.
Okie doke.
Let's RP this.
Okie doke.
You enter into the Flaming Fist quarters, and it seems to be a hustle and bustle of people going to and from, people carrying lots of equipment. Seems to be a man charging around and ordering bits and pieces. And as always, in this place, there is a clerk with half moon glasses and what appears to be very fine clothing. Upon entering, there's kind of like a desk. There's a bell, and there's loads of paperwork everywhere. It's kind of a small place, but it's a working environment. Like, people almost brush past you without giving a shit who you are. Basically, they're busy about their day.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect. I ring the bell for attention.
He doesn't look up.
Excuse me. Hello. Ding ding. Hello.
He takes the bell and goes, "Thank you. The bell does work. How may I assist you?"
Well, I'm in need of sturdy retainers to aid me in my quest.
Oh, another one, is it? Okay. What do you need?
Well, some strong lads and maybe someone to help me find the way.
Well, we have mercenaries for hire here. Couple looking for work. And as far as guides, all of ours are on expeditions at the moment.
Bugger. Well, what would it take to hire these mercenaries?
I don't know, because I'm still reading your sheet. It's like numbers, words. Huh?
Basically,
Hiring mercenaries,
your
right.
options for like simple mercenaries are like 5 GPs.
Okay.
And then anything below that is like a guy with a sword.
Okay, there is a guy with a sword who clearly not quite sure which end is the pointy bit. But hey, he comes with a free sword.
He comes with a sword.
In fact, his mum probably made it, and it's surprising that it's not made of wood. There's a guy just eyeballing the freaking shit out of him, who is the challenge rating equal to the 5 gold pieces per day. Which I can't read the sheet. What?
So a 1/2 challenge rating. Oh no, that's only he's only 1 GPs.
Yeah.
A 5 GP. I guess he would be like a challenge rating 2.
So 1/2 is 1. 1 is 2.
I don't know what the range is here.
It doesn't go any higher, doesn't it? It's 0 to 1. Does that mean there is only
Hang
1?
on, let me write down the bottom of the book. There is example types. So, a skirmisher
Oh, there we go.
who has 39 hit points, comes with multi-attack and some rudimentary crap. So he's got armor and a short bow and scimitar, and he is a challenge rating 1/2.
Okay.
He has a curved sword.
A curved sword. And he's 1 GPs a day according to that scale.
Did you just
So-
say scimitar or did you say scimitar?
Both. At once, at the same time, in the same time frame.
What's the difference?
Because
Don't-
scimitar is correct and scimitar is not.
Either way, the chap with the sword, because I presume he's going to be like a 1/8 challenge rating. I actually quite like the idea of having someone that I can like take along to be like my protege.
Sorry, Ander. I don't quite understand what you were pinging there. Oh, and then just reskin.
I like how the camera moves when she types.
Well, it's because she's on the laptop.
Yeah, I know.
Is it?
Which is why I have
Okay.
a muted mic.
So we're going to settle it as 5 gold pieces per day. Obviously, 30 days up front, and if it's short, then well, tough. Sound good to you?
Did you say 5 gold pieces a day?
Well, yes, training and care of these folk is quite expensive. Believe me, I've trained for many years under a great sword, and I just start waffling on about my own training.
You should start by offering him 2/3.
Oh, two-thirds of. Oh, right, the gold.
Of what he's asking.
Not 2/3 of the person.
No.
What do you think, good chap? Would maybe 3 gold per day be appropriate?
Can you make me a charisma persuasion check, please?
I can, but believe me, Sir Joseph doesn't do this.
You never know, he might do in this one-time occasion. Follow, I have seen your message. I'm getting around to you in a sec.
Holy Jesus, Mother of Mercy!
Wrong god, love.
Oh, you should have gone with 2 gold a day.
At this rate, I should have asked him to pay me.
In fact, I'll take your shirt as well. He recognizes the holy symbol around your neck.
Oh.
And he gives you the almost like it's like the nod to say another brethren of your the following. What's your deity's name again?
Weejas.
Weejas, that's it. I knew it was a funny name. Weejas.
Weejas.
He
Small jazz.
small jazz stands.
I don't
He
know why
notices
it's
that-
named that, but
That you're obviously of Weejas, the following of Weejas, and he nods and go, yes, this can be done.
well, that
Only
seems
for you though.
fitting. In which case, yes, we shall make arrangements for 2 mercenaries.
I only have these 2 here.
Well, he seems competent, and he is here.
The guy's just picking his nose and like he pulls his finger away from his nose. There's a big droop coming from it. Yes, quite. In fact, you can have him for free. It's probably best you take him with you.
I shall make sure that he is returned to you a man.
Just take him with you.
Oh wait, I'm not there.
Maybe I'll assist.
Oh shit!
Dear.
This poor young boy is gonna get gangbanged.
So a tiefling, a turtle, and a possum walks into a bar with a young kid. He's not a young kid. He's
Wait,
kind of
wait.
like in his 20s.
Yeah,
He's had a sheltered life.
Ah, that's perfect.
The meat's back on the
That's
menu,
perfect
boys.
to turn into a man. Oh dear.
I'm in the fucking poor part of town. I'm not a part of this, whatever this is gonna be.
So,
He gets a piece of paper. Wait, set the information. Your name?
Sir Joseph Barbative, Warden of Demaria.
Joseph. Where are you expeditioning to?
We will be travelling into the depths of the jungles of Chult.
Oh, of course you will. Jungle of death. How long will you be going for?
Well, I believe that will be an ongoing task for us until we have met our goal.
A rough date. Yeah.
Well, can't be much more than maybe a 2-week period.
Okay. Our retainers only go for 30 days. If we come back sooner, you're lost.
Well,
If you
30
take
days,
longer-
30 days.
We will charge more. Figures it out.
I'm gonna walk up to the little or the young one and just like size him up from up close. Like, yeah, he's cute. He'll do.
He puts the paper on the table. There is a little dinosaur creature on his table. It's kind of like
Are you going to Flintstones this?
I think, yeah, it's like a giant toad, and he presses the toad and it goes bleh, and he gets a stamp, puts it on the toad's tongue, and then puts it on the book. And he presses the toad again, and it goes bleh.
Flintstones.
There's your copy. I'll make ours later. Congratulations, you are now the expedition who has hired 2 mercenaries. And, yeah, 1.5.
Fantastic.
When do you wish to set this expedition?
We shall be leaving shortly, but they're to report to my headquarters, which is, and I'll give them the directions of the warehouse, which is now headquarters.
Yes.
Okay. Send word to us, and we'll send them there to you now. Anything else I can help with?
I would certainly look if you could perhaps maybe see if there is a guide available in the near future. It'd be a shame to leave without one.
As I said, all of our guides are taking up for the time being, but we'll keep an eye out if more contractors come through.
I'm staying at Kaya's House of Repose if you should require my attentions.
He kind of does like a snort. Of course you are. Okay. Thank you for your service. Next, please.
I leave. Yeah, just like,
This is an awkward situation. Heads are held high.
Yeah, just like I'm going.
Upon exiting the building, you're approached by a lady.
Lady.
Who is kind of dressed in what appears to be the local attire. So it's kind of long, flowy sort of
Does she have
clothing.
any peridot about her?
No.
Oh.
She's wearing a kind of like a, not like a tiara, but like a headband that goes across. That's with the blue stones that is native to this area.
Peridot. I just asked.
Sir Joseph.
Yes. Hello. Who are you?
I could help noticing that you're looking for a guide.
Yes, I am.
Oops.
Oops.
That's the one I got. So she's a female Cordian. I've spent some time in the jungle, and I'm willing to go with you on an expedition.
Well, that's jolly convenient. And what, pray tell, would you care to have in exchange for your service?
I don't ask for money, but only an opportunity to work with people to collect what was stolen from me.
Well, then you've come to the right folk. If something's been stolen, it is my duty to help you find it.
Yeah, what was stolen from you?
It
I ask.
was a family heirloom. It was
What does
very
it
dear
look
to
like?
us. It was very precious to us. When is your expedition going?
Promptly, perhaps within the next day.
Fantastic. Where can I find you?
We are currently headquartered out of, and I again give directions to the port where our warehouse is. But should you require my assistance in person, I am currently residing in Kaya's House of Repose.
Her eyebrows raise up.
Mustache!
Her eyebrows raise up a little bit and go, okay. You can count on me. And she offers a hand.
My lady, if something has been stolen from you, you can count on me. And I sort of kneel bow before her as though like some great humble duty has been placed on me.
She seems a little bit embarrassed, and clearly she's like kind of blushing a little bit with like, I'm no lady. Thank you, and to you. And she says that towards the tiefling.
You're welcome.
Right, I better get ready. And she kind of bounds away in excitement.
Well, that is fortuitous. Mustache.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus! Get rid of it! Put it away! Get on the
I
fire!
was gonna say, shouldn't he be at least
Yeah,
a
it should
little
be
bit
curved a little. Yeah, there we go.
Jesus, he might actually poke someone's eye out with that mustache.
Yeah, there is a health and safety clause that come with that type of mustache. It's got plus AP 1 armor piercing
Plus mustache.
and +1 to mustache performances of any kind of ilk. And it can also clothesline people and it can hand clothing off it as well.
Anyway, with that done, I'm content that my day is complete, and other people can now abuse your GM-iness.
Yes, abuse the GM. Okay, Vola.
Oh yes, Coleslaw went to like the docks. I guess this area here would do.
Okay.
Here.
The smell of the salt air coming towards you, and the smell of kippers and all sorts of standardized sort of foods, ship's biscuits, possibly not the thing you're very fond of,
No,
fills your nostrils, and a sense of nostalgia comes towards you.
it's a smell I welcome.
And
know it
you
well.
notice keyed up are a couple of vessels.
I walk around and I see if I notice any familiar faces.
You recognize a captain. And you understand that by his name is Conrad the Cold-Hearted, and you know him from your past dealings.
I happily go up to him. Conrad, you old bastard! Is this ship yours? Last time I saw you, you were the first mate.
Oh Jesus, Coleslaw! I thought we left you behind. How did you get here?
Oh, you can't get rid of me that easily.
Apparently not.
So what brings you here?
Work and trade mostly. And yes, I am running my own crew now.
Impressive. So, tell me, when you're done here, where had you been planning to go off to?
Well, we're selling some goods at the moment. We should be done in DM dice rolls. Clicky, clicky, button, clicky. Whoop. By the end of the week, we should be done. We're finished here. Then we'll probably look for other contracts.
I see. So, here's the thing. Remember that time I helped you with the whole succubus thing?
Shh.
Yeah, I know.
About this.
See, I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm currently running with a party, and we need some kind of way into the jungle. And you know the waterways. You know they're the best place to get into the jungle.
Yeah, he just stares at you and just goes, "You, Coleslaw, wants to go into the jungle." He just laughs. You can't be serious. You're serious?
No, this will be nothing like last time I tried to go into the jungle.
Too
This
bloody
time-
right, it better not be.
This time, I'm sure at least half of them will come back alive. It'll be fine. Now, I'm pretty sure they're willing to work on the ship if necessary. But I would definitely appreciate it, and you could call it. You could call us even after that if you were to give us transport to as far and as deep into the jungle as the rivers will take us. I'm not asking you to set foot on any land in the jungle, just the waterways.
Starting to remind me of Jurassic Park now. I could take you as far as Camp Righteous, but I'd not need go any further.
Camp Righteous will do.
But your men have to work.
Oh, I'm sure they will. There's a human. I think he could. He looks like he could work a mop really well if you need a swabby.
Ah!
Good. They seem to be the best at doing mopping work. We'll make sure there's a spot for him to do such work. We've just killed her recently, so she should do a few more knots. But she could do with a bit of a scrub on deck.
One more thing though. We also have a raccoon, and I just want to make sure that the crew don't try to eat her.
I'd like to bloody well see them try.
As a pet? You know I don't take kindly to pets on board.
No. She's not a pet. She is she's
Getting
bloody
rid of
well
bloody enough
maybe
for a pet.
she bloody well maybe the smartest person on this ship.
A raccoon? Being the smartest person on the ship?
Calm down, Sean.
By the way, the ship is called the Red October.
Perfect.
What did he say? I
Big
don't even
Con
understand
Connery.
with a thick accent.
Well, Khosrow, my dear friend. I do owe you for the succubus thing. Okay, as long as they're willing to pull their weight. Especially that human. And that
Your
person you
IQ.
speak of.
Your IQ. Your accent is just slipping all over. It's just...
No, it started off well, it's just like...
Having strokes. Leave him alone. You know. Patterns
It's a
changing.
tired DM, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and make him...
schizophrenia.
Here's Sean Connery.
You gotta keep that up for him because it's just fine.
That's gonna
That's fine,
kill him,
I'm willing
though.
to do that.
Oh dear.
Her ship will be ready in 5 days.
I'll make sure that they're all ready.
If you're not here in 5 days, I'll send you
I
back
know the drill. You leave without us, yes.
like we did at the last island at Port Cinco. That was your own fault. You know that.
Well, you know how it is. You had a nice long drink. You met some lady lizards. No harm, no foul.
Very well. No funny business this time, Coleslaw.
I swear on me sailor heart.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
And then I head back to the others to tell them the good news.
Okay. Loco's done. Sir Joseph's done. Amber, is there anything you particularly wanted to do? Were you with the Kion and Sir Joseph crew?
Yes, I was observing Sir Joseph trying to eat a banana, and I was whistling at Kion's pepper. So I've basically just been observing the interactions going on.
Okay.
You
It's
didn't
not-
decide to buy one.
No, I'm still pretty tied over from breakfast. It's the nice thing about being small with a rapacious appetite. You have a pretty big stomach to carry around.
Mm.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to do? I'm just going to give you a little bit of time. Is there anything you would like to do, Amber, in this sort of the Port Nouns route?
I'm currently working on carving out some of these beads from that piece of turquoise material. That's been my handiwork for the last few hours.
Nice. Fantastic. Okay. So I presume through arse stones and cell phone stones and like in Nokia phone stones and whatever stones you have, you decide to meet up again at whatever place that may be.
At the HQ?
Yeah, we should meet up at the warehouse, right?
HQ.
You made it the HQ.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
then we can share what happened.
What is that banana face?
If you remember the discussion about me eating bananas.
That didn't happen. I decided the one that pulls out his nose. Like, how fuck even?
Yeah, so I guess we have a HQ.
Yes. Let me go back to. I was in the wrong map because I was just having a quick look at the big map. Okay. So you managed to get to the dockyard. The carts going to and fro, carrying goods from ships and to ships. There's obviously kind of like trade merchants in the area discussing prices and haggling. There's a few town guards passing through. And you, from the directions that are given from the letter, you come across kind of a little bit of a dilapidated building, but it seems somewhat holding up well. You've seen worse. I mean, you've seen a burnt out building before. This one's not being burnt out, but it's standing. And it's a 2-story sort of like warehouse. So it's kind of like got rafters, so it can hold goods or anything within its walls, really. It's a goods warehouse.
Not much of a HQ, but, well, here we are.
The humble beginnings.
Is there anything interesting in the corners?
Perception check, please.
Oh.
Holy shit, that's a dirty perception. Dirty 20. Good little nosy kind of twitches at it. It's a bit dank and a bit smelly. As you open the doors, they do the traditional creaking. That's what doors sound like. Or apparently wolves in Conan. And upon doing so, you see a little bit of movement inside the hay bale that is at the back.
Not a bloody tabaxi, is it?
More swarms of rats?
I do the full 4-legged scurry, leap and pounce.
What, onto the...
Wow.
Whatever it is, there's something interesting in there. I want to grab it.
You hear a squeal, kind of like a scream at the same time. And whatever it is trying to escape.
I'm going to wrangle that sod. I'll pull my loop of rope from around my waist, and I will, with one hand, try and wrangle the rope round, and with the other hand, try and wrestle whatever it is down. And I have a tail to help keep me propped upright so that I don't get rolled over or whatever.
Can you make me a strength check, please? After all of that beautiful description.
Yeah, here's the thing I'm trying to do.
Do you succeed in doing it?
Probably not.
You actually manage to wrangle this thing, and you pull it up out of the hay, and the hay falls apart. And you see a young, very young tabaxi with bloodshot eyes.
Bloody tabaxi.
Hay fever from the hay.
She's a little distraught.
Cat allergies.
And
So Joseph,
do I see this?
I'm already hauling the tabaxi by the scruff of the neck over to the turtle to present him with his cat.
Well, the tabaxi is just clearly like.
I remember you. Hi. Mushroom?
You put one of those in my backpack.
Did you eat it? It was delicious, wasn't it? And you didn't grow any extra limbs or pass out or anything?
The
So it's
experiment
fine.
has failed.
Eat the damn mushroom.
I'm not hungry right now.
Take
Please
it
don't hurt
for
me.
Take it for later. No. Here, take it for later. Why are you in our warehouse?
I have nowhere else to go.
I
This is the only place I
offered
could find.
you to come stay with me, and you're like, no, I'm scared of giant turtles with mushrooms coming out of their backs because we look weird. Anyone pointed out to you that you're a talking cat?
A talking what? I'm a tabaxi, not a cat.
Honestly, Lokai, brother, it's not nice to mistake
Racist.
species.
You're right. You're right. I should be better than them. So,
Racist, literally.
Yeah. Total supremacy here.
Cat lives matter.
lives matter. No, they
Cat
don't.
lives are perfect.
Oh God. Right.
God
Okay.
damn it.
Sorry.
All right. And with that, Lokai dies. No.
Lokai just like
Turns into a mushroom.
mushroom sprouts out the head.
Mushroom. I sensed a disturbance in the force. Well,
Fast.
no. So, if you were just going to come to our warehouse, why didn't you just follow me in the first place?
I didn't know this was your place. Please, I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. She tries to wiggle out of Amber's.
The thing is that
She fails.
that possum can get a bit hungry sometimes, and I think you wiggling around is probably a bad idea.
She
She
freezes.
hasn't eaten anything today.
She freezes. She's just like.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
She just starts crying a little.
Why are you torturing this woman?
How old is this?
Oh,
How old are you?
She's a young tabaxi.
That
I see this happening.
Pre-adolescent.
all sacks. I'm yelling at a small
I see
prepubescent
this
child.
happening.
Small
That's
tabaxi.
great.
Thinking to myself, they say I'm bad.
I mean,
But
the
you
fact
just
that
look
Erica
bad.
can hold her up by the scruff of her neck.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. Just calm down. Stop crying. Stop wiggling around.
She's just frozen right now. She's petrified of.
Maybe if
not
you
of
ask
you,
me,
but just like she doesn't want to turn around and look at the possum. She's
Aww.
kind of scared of it.
Aww.
I really want to mess with the tabaxi right now, but that's not what Lokai would do. So I just be like, you should look.
Mild
look at the
illusions.
Yeah.
I walk over. What do you say we let this kitty come with us?
I'm not a cat. Yeah.
You want to take a small child into the jungle?
The best way to
Well,
grow is to,
The
go in the
jungle's not
fire.
going to be much worse than this damn city would be for her.
Please, don't take me to the jungle.
She at least won't get beheaded in the jungle by people.
Oh
Yeah.
no, she
Oh,
she'll just
yeah.
have this, that, the
Hey,
other,
hey,
and potentially this.
Listen here, you ghostly apparition that just suddenly appeared here.
I was meaning to ask you, why did they murder your mother? What did she do according to them?
They caught her trying to feed me.
Okay.
She took a loaf, and she got caught.
Wait a
It's all
minute.
my fault. It's all my fault.
I rumble low and slow because I'm currently remembering the fact that 1 gold coin can buy you quite a lot of bread, and I'm rather irritated with the fact that this poor kid's being left in such an awful situation.
Yeah, that's a good point. A shitload of bread, like just an astronomical amount
Hire
of
a
bread.
bakery for a day.
Yeah.
Like, have at it.
You didn't have a very good mother. Huh.
I'm not going to point that out because that would be tactless because she might not realise that her mother has a gambling problem. So, you know.
Yeah, but it's Lokai.
And
so-
a gambling
I
problem.
assume that you told us about meeting the Tabaxi. That's the only reason I said it. And Lokai has the tact of a hammer.
Turtle.
Yeah, turtle. Oh, turtle.
My mother did everything for me. And now she's gone.
I cast Good Bear. Here, eat this. I just shove it in her mouth and like shake the thing. Like hit the jaw gently, you know?
You put it in her mouth, hold her chin shut, and rub her throat until she swallows. That's how
Yeah,
you give
yeah. Just picture that with the claws,
What is
like
with the deliberate manhandling of this poor orphan?
Oh, this kitty.
Like, pick on everyone else, but from this person, honestly, she's just lost her mother and now you're just like force feeding her.
I think Sir Joseph's probably just stood at the doorway, just watching this, like.
what? Now she doesn't need to eat for the rest of the day.
I'm the tiefling and I'm starting to feel bad for the kitty.
She doesn't. Here, and I hand her the other 9 good berries. Eat these near the end when you wake up tomorrow, and you won't have to eat again for that day.
She just nods.
I rumble again, and this time, yeah, okay, I'm letting her go this time. I'm going to ask her, what skills do you got?
As you let go, she kind of lands on all fours, like really daintily.
Well, all 3s, otherwise that would get messy with berries.
No, all 4.
Oh.
Squashberry.
I am only 3.5 foot tall. I can't drop her very far.
She's a very small tabaxi.
But she probably couldn't have held 9 berries.
They just like drop on the floor and then she picks them up like marbles. Not like a hungry hippo.
This kitty's so small that the kitty could probably sit on my shoulder and I would hardly notice it.
No, it's not a parrot. It's, I don't know, it's 3'2". There you go.
But
A little
that's
bit short.
Yeah, it's not a cat, it's a tabaxi.
Right, okay. Here's a link of what a tabaxi looks like.
It's a humanoid cat like Puss in Boots. It's not
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
I know what they look like. But this is a baby kitty.
It's furry.
It's very good. Ooh.
Don't they just look like the Khajiit from Elder
Yeah,
Scrolls?
Khajiit.
And this one's just really small.
Yeah.
What's
So
his
with Erica
Khajiit?
being 4.
Legally small.
Khajiit has res?
Yeah.
Is that the right one? No, that's... Okay, yeah, just search tabaxi in Google and you'll be able to see
Yeah.
what it is.
No, I came out with Tabasco.
Oh yeah, search Tabasco. That's definitely the
So
one to do.
yeah, like she said, what can you do? Because, I mean, if you don't have any skills, you're just going to starve to death.
Yeah, then you might as well come with us.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know. My mother took care of me mostly. I'm pretty good at getting people to do things I want them to do.
Charismatic. Good start.
Well, you got some
But-
free food out of me.
But I don't like it when I don't do what I tell him to do.
Well, that's life. You just need to learn some magic, and then you can make them do what you want them to do. There's all sorts of things. Like you can charm that.
Lokai.
Yeah, or you get some weaponry.
Like
Like
this
this
is
is
what
what
I
I
use
use
when
when
they-
they don't tell me or they don't do what I tell them to do.
It
Ruffle
occurs
my
to me.
whip.
this tabaxi has a large ancient elder trying to encourage her to do magic. Is she accidentally ending up as a warlock with a
Lokai's a fucking demon and is trying
not so much a sugar daddy as a berry daddy?
to bury that.
I like that. Got time for
You
that.
lot actually want to take this small child with you, don't you?
I
She's
rather
got-
fancy that the youngling really has no place in the jungles.
She upon the description of magic, she looks down and says, "I can't do magic at all yet."
Well, I mean, practice makes perfect. Do you think I could just do this and a mushroom gets even bigger in my hand? I had to practice.
Her eyes just glow up, and it's like wondrous.
Fair, I could make my mushroom grow bigger in my hand.
Oh, good God.
For another day.
Fine, it's not a mushroom, it's a flower. Here's a flower that grew.
God damn it!
I mean, like, I turn to Kosla and I say, she's just gonna die here.
Fair enough, but
What?
I
don't want to die.
should warn you. So, I've been out all day, and I've managed to get us a ride into the jungle.
Ooh.
Oh,
Excellent.
Connected.
Yeah, just saw
Oh.
that.
Frosty did. Anyway, I met up with an old friend of mine, Captain Conrad the Cold-Hearted, which is just don't let the name fool you. It's just a name. His real name is Gary. It's just Gary the Massive Cunt
Gary.
doesn't sound as good. That being said, if we're taking the tabaxi along, I need to warn you, I cannot promise that the crew will not eat her. I already made him promise not to eat the ferret.
That's a possum. I say, like, whispering loudly. Possum. Very
It's possible, I assure you. I've seen it happen.
The ferret's
Oh,
a
no.
strong possum. I don't mind that too much.
Yeah, fair enough.
You just stay around me. Most people are afraid of me anyway. They'll leave you alone.
The demon and the cat. Haven't we seen that before?
Hey. Okay, so here's what's happening. This one's coming with us.
Hey, fine. We need to be at the docks in 5 days. If we're not there, they'll leave without us. We'll have to find some other way.
Wait, what's your name?
Oh, random tabaxi generator name.
Puss.
No.
Puss and
Plus
No.
without boots.
Even
It's
worse.
just a naked cat, then, isn't it? A naked puss.
Ah.
Antonio Banderas.
Name her Muff.
Oh,
Why is all of this terrible?
Everything. Like, I'm going back over what I've said for like the past 10 minutes. I'm like, fuck. God damn it. Okay. Everything about that is terrible.
No, give her a nice name.
I'd like to change
Lassie
Lokai's name
McKitten.
to Peter File.
Peter File, yeah. Is there a Peter File?
There
I
goes the
think-
monetization.
She says her name is Eclipse of the Moon.
Oh, god
Moon.
damn it.
Eclipse of the
Eclipse
moon.
of the Moon.
Moon.
So
Eclipse of the Moon.
Oh.
So is it eclipse for short or moon for short?
I'm gonna call you Luna.
Hang on, because
Ah, Luna.
She's looking at everyone like, what the fuck is wrong with you? My name is Eclipse of the Moon. And what bit of that are you not getting?
Yeah, it's like
Hi, Luna,
talking
it
in
is.
common, and like they're all like, blah, 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 blah.
Well, it's Luna or Kitty. You pick.
ouch.
Wow.
A name earned.
My name is Eclipse of the Moon.
So if I call you Eclipse
Of the moon.
of the Moon,
EOM.
like the name of a ship.
Eclipse of the Moon. Well, Eclipse of the Moon, do you want to die here starving to death, or do you want to die quickly by being eaten by some creature in the jungle?
You're great
Want
with
to die
kids, by
at
the way.
all?
Well, I mean, we're all going to die eventually. That's unavoidable. But you can choose the way in which you do. Starving to death is not very pleasant.
I'll make my way.
I mean, you say that. A lot of people say that. But you were hiding in a warehouse and almost got eaten by a possum.
Well, I
Look at the possum. Look how
Shakes
small
her-
the
she shakes her
possum
head.
is. Okay, well, the possum is only a little bit bigger than you are by like a couple feet.
She like turns her head slightly. Just goes.
She's holding you with one hand right now.
No, she dropped her.
She was holding you with one hand,
As you do with children.
as you do. Most things, I mean, am I speaking Dwarvish? Surely, this one's just going to die.
She begins to cry.
I'm sorry to make you sad, but
Aw.
Okay, cousinkin, maybe someone else should talk to this small
you know,
child.
aren't you a bard? Isn't your whole thing talking to people? Maybe you should talk to this poor cat.
It's a
Tabaxi.
Baxi!
Yes. And like
Listen,
I drew and craft some
Eclipse of the Moon, was
bells
it?
in her ears.
She nods.
Would you like to go on an adventure? Doesn't that sound like a lot more fun than this dreary old city?
The city's my home.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Is it really?
You've hit the nail on the head there. Well done,
Do you
Cabbage
feel
Patch
at home in
Kids.
this city?
Don't know anything else. I grew up here. I know these streets.
Well, there you go. She knows the place. We can use her to find out important things about the town.
Which
How
will
old
you
are
be
you?
leaving in 5 days?
Don't know.
Okay.
Many moons old?
Many moons?
Many moons.
You know what? Here, you can have another mushroom for that. Just like there's a
Gonna
giant
make
mushroom
that
in her
kitty
hands and
round.
9 other berries.
We have a ball.
Pavlovian training the poor kid.
What now?
Are you Pavlovian training the poor kid? Every time she tells you something useful, you give her a mushroom.
Yeah.
Essentially. Is it that obvious?
Or he's feeding the kitty so we have more lunch in case we run out of food in the jungle.
Yeah, these take me nothing to make.
Rich's face.
Oh wait, no, Rich can't. You can't talk like that. He will not let that happen.
Yeah.
No, I was out of
He's lost.
character.
He's
I
like a
wasn't
good.
saying-
Oh,
Just joking.
Honestly, fucking Frosty's character has to stop shoving his mushroom into every kitty he sees.
I didn't shove the mushroom in. I shoved the berry. Oh, okay, that's not any better.
It's terrible.
That's
Oh. Yes.
And you just looks on disapprovingly.
Fine. And I just take the berries back and put them in my bag.
Oh,
Here, I give everyone berries.
She kind of like walks towards the door, like with her back towards the door, like looking at you all.
That door is closed, you know.
She continues to walk away, and as she turns to run,
Ice knife.
freaking hell!
Why are you so intent?
No.
Why are you so intent
Let
on
the kitty
kidnapping
out.
this poor child?
You can't
Let the
kidnap.
kitty out and let her think about it, and then she can make a
Ah.
decision whatever she wants.
she climbs up the door frame and jumps up to the wall, clambers across the kind of like the bits that go across. I've forgotten the words. and she jumps through a skylight, and she disappears. But then
We'll
she
be here if you
reappears.
need us.
I'm at a backsy, and then walks out.
Cold person.
And then walks out.
She's just going to get killed.
Well,
Might as well be for something worthwhile as opposed
Yeah,
to
more
starving.
Options now.
What are you
Are
gonna
you
use it
terrible
for,
with
like a
children
scabbard or
and
something?
cats?
It's not a cat, it's a tabaxi. There's a big difference.
Oh, the hypocrisy.
I fucking love it. Fantastic. I love that. So you guys are now in your warehouse.
HQ of Agognus.
It's a warehouse on loan.
Yes, it's a HQ, like you said.
Yes, HQ.
Okay. This place can be held for storage. Obviously large areas, so you can store quite a few things here, including big yawns.
Yep, that's the first thing I'm storing.
A
Do
bucket
we have
full of yawns.
anything we need to store?
We have a bag of holding now, so that's probably a no.
You could store the HQ in the bag of holding. Sorry,
Are the
not HQ,
dimensions that
the,
big?
The tabaxi.
I know you can fit. Motherfucker!
No.
No, she would have died in like 10 minutes. Then we would have pulled out like rotten tabaxi. Don't put living things in the bag of holding.
Technically, they wouldn't rot. They would just suffocate and die, and then there would be fresh meat.
Oh yeah, because nothing ages or anything. It's just the air runs
Wait,
out.
so if I put your good berries in there, they won't spoil?
The magic wise, they're designed to expire after 24 hours. I don't think that stops it.
Oh.
So you can't just like stockpile a million good berries.
Yeah, it makes them every day.
There's probably a rule against it, or if there isn't, there should be. Because I
Well,
can
it's just the
I can
concept
cast
that,
Goodberry 4 times.
yeah, Goodberry,
A day.
they have an expiration date. It's just a fact.
Yeah, just
Goodberry.
poof.
Used by TM.
Because I can make 40 berries a day. That's 40 HP that I can heal. Don't want to do that. But so big
The
thing.
lizard told us all about the boat.
Mm.
So we got 5 days.
His name is Coleslaw.
Everyone's so racist indeed.
He's a
It's so
lizard,
hilarious.
though, so that is fair.
He is a
He's
lizard.
Hey, everyone's always racist to me. I'm not used to anything else other than
But
racist.
have they been racist to you?
No.
Have I once called
The
you
tiefling.
tiefling? I say
don't know.
Chion.
Maybe.
I think, if anything, I've probably been the most racist towards you. I'm usually very dismissive of the fact that you're a tiefling.
Mhm.
But
But I
they
get back at you by messing with you anyway.
Yeah.
Humans.
It's fine.
We're all racist to humans.
Nice.
Clint has just been there nodding at everything we say.
Yeah. Oh fuck. He probably would have squashed her.
Who?
Flint.
Well, I don't
Nah,
think he'd have had the
he's-
same passion to trying to kidnap as you do.
No, probably just shoot with a crossbow, to be honest. You'd just be coming back to a warehouse with a cat nailed to the wall with a bolt.
Aw.
But I'm just like thinking he'd hear a noise in the corner, and yeah, Bolt would definitely go.
I mean, Lokai did promise her a quick death.
I mean, isn't that all that any of us can ask for?
Yeah, it's not
I
the
say-
most enticing thing you can offer someone, though.
What did I quick instead of slow?
Do you want to die quickly or slowly?
You have selected slow
Do you
and
want to
painful.
die quickly or slowly? Here, have another mushroom.
Lokai's just like perplexed at the idea that people wouldn't want to die quickly. Yeah, because death is part of life for the balance.
Yes.
I
Anyway,
should say it's a balancing act.
Could be.
back to some semblance of normalcy.
Also, the more bodies we have going into the jungle, the more bodies we can feed to the jungle if we have to.
Velociraptor tactics, you don't have to run fast, you just have to run faster than the other people.
That's
Mhm.
that's bear tactic because Velociraptor dead.
Not here, they're not.
Oh. Oh.
Didn't you see the Triceratops roaming around?
Yeah, by the bus stops. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to
hold on.
spend more time
Is
gathering
that something
stuff.
I really missed that I've not told you?
Huh?
There are dinosaurs here.
Oh, no, yeah, we've noticed that.
Okay, right, okay. I thought I just completely forgot to tell you that there's no dinosaurs here. I'm like,
There has definitely been a note of dinosaurs.
but he do that dinosaur.
I mean, we even had dinosaur's egg for breakfast. Remember?
Dinosaur eggs. Like,
I mean, it would have been a really impressive breakfast if we had dinosaur eggs and dinosaurs were extinct.
Now, that's a meal fit for kings. How do
You know,
get those?
maybe we should try to get some more free stuff from people.
Free stuff's good. If I remember rightly, you still got the 800 gold pieces from Wakanga.
Yeah.
I had sent a
That's not
message
been
to the
spent.
group about that.
And I think Sir Joseph wanted to have some of the mercenaries come out the cost of that.
I thought he was going to take all of the mercenaries' cost out of it.
Some, or whatever you guys decide to do.
Anyone object, I guess?
No, just all of it out of it.
Yeah, fuck. Save ours
So
for
it's
the end.
4.
Wait, is he thinking of taking all of the gold?
No. 180 or something, or what was it?
180, I work it out to
180,
be.
yeah.
That was with the deal, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. There was a list floating around for things to purchase. I know somebody wanted some cartographer tools, which I think was Amber's character. So you could fill out the map as you go along.
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't have the cartography tools, but I offered to provide paintbrushes because I have artist tools. I did want some paint and a couple of other bits.
Well, the cartographer tools include things like a kind of like, not quite a sextant, but it gives you geographical tools as well. So it's not just pen to paper.
Yeah, my character has. Oh, sorry.
No, continue, please.
My character has expertise with cartographer tools. So.
Really?
Wait, is it cartographer tools? Hold on, let me.
Yeah, cartographers. I have no skill in that field, so I'd be more than happy to relinquish that duty.
Let's see. Let me just check to make sure. Navigator tools. Sorry, navigator.
Oh, right. That's different.
It'll still be very helpful, though.
Yeah.
I can also make pretty much any tool, so if you give me an hour and tell me what you need me to make, I can.
No, you
I
can
make it.
tool. The cartographer's tools is a very specific. It's like a kit of stuff.
Yes.
You have the ability to make a thing.
So she would need several hours to make the kit.
Yes, but the problem being
ferreting.
The problem being none of us actually know what's in the kit. None of us being cartographers.
Could just buy some cartographer's tools.
Yeah, I thought about just buying some navigator tools. I just kind of forgot about
You
it.
can buy any tools in this place.
Yeah.
No problem.
Let's go to the right place.
Well, not these tools. These tools are a little bit hard to come by. You can buy things to make up a thieves tools kit.
Yes. I turn to the group and I pull out the map and I go, I don't want this filled out for our little trade person, Wakanga.
Well, surely it's part of our remit of undertaking, is that we're helping fill out his map and he's helping us end this plague.
He may be helping us end this plague, which is really important.
You could also just accidentally lose it somewhere.
The amount of damage that he could do with a filled out map of this island
No, I mean before you
No, I
fill
mean,
most of it.
I know, I was saying that on top of. Like, they shouldn't have this.
You'd have to explain yourself, good sir. I see no problem with allowing a person a map of where they live.
I see the problem in when people will go in and destroy everything that's in there to make room for roads and all sorts of other things, outposts, putting people where they don't belong.
I see.
Does that make more sense?
In the way you put it, yes.
I understand that this was like part of the quest and it was important that we fill this map out, but this person is going to make untold amounts of money off of sending more people into this jungle to set up these outposts, be eaten, destroy the nature that's there. I don't think he should be able to do that.
Coleslaw
I
is just
rather
looking at
fancy
the...
that it's a little bit presumptuous that we have any power to stop him.
Coleslaw's looking out the window, just kind of fiddling with his concertina, and just says, "Sounds like mutiny to me."
Yes, but I do feel like if we have a choice to be a part of something like that or to not be a part of something like that, I'd rather not be a part of something like that.
Noble cause. I admire it. But perhaps foolish.
Yes. This jungle wasn't meant for people to be running around in. It was meant for animals and plants to be running around in. That's why so many people die when they go there.
Well, let me put it to you this way, my dear Tortelfeln. We map out the jungles and riverways and paths of this place, and hand this trade prince his precious map. And as you say, he expends money and wealth and goods to try and persuade others to do all of the work of encroaching into the natural world. But surely he is going to do this anyway. And only by providing him a map would we assist those being put in danger.
So you're saying just don't give him the map?
I'm saying that without the map, the people he sends to the jungle are in more danger. At least with the aid of a map, the people he sends will perhaps have a fighting chance.
Aye, not having a map is not going to stop him from sending people to their deaths.
See, I'm more concerned about what those people are going to do once they get into the jungle with destroying.
They'll go
what's
there without a map or with one. It's inevitable that attempts to tame the jungles will be made. That is a fact of this place from what I have seen. We could no more hold back the tide than we could hold back these trade princes from their fanciful delusions of control.
But
As long as there is area
it.
to explore, you'll find foolhardy people ready to explore them, no matter how dangerous. And there'll be those like the Drake Princes looking to make a buck on it. That being said, we had a deal to fill out the map, but there's nothing stopping us from taking his map after we're done with the deal.
This map, the blank piece of paper that I hold up, won't actually fill out. It only transcribes to the one in his desk.
Aye, we can take that one when we're done.
Well, it sounds a little perhaps beyond reason to do so, but I see no reason why that we should go back on our word that we are to entertain his request to fill a map out.
A deal's a deal.
Yes, a deal is a deal.
I'm sure that once we've dealt with the rather more pressing fact of all of life being endangered, we can contemplate on the minutiae of someone having a map.
People always want to go where they don't belong. Fine. Puts it back in his shell. Toilet flushes for some reason. That's just a thing. Like, he's got shit in there. You don't know why. Yeah. Well, create,
So these
destroy,
guys
water.
aren't going to get the map next time. It's just going to have like Mars bar stain running down the middle of it.
Wait a minute.
This
Actually,
is next to the nut and the sweet corn.
Does it bend when I crumple it?
It's a map. It's a parchment.
Oh, it's just parchment. Okay.
So what you've got is.
No, I was just wondering if it was enchanted to not be damageable.
It's
yeah.
The enchantment that he did was that as you fill out the map, it will appear on his map. And if you're to have any chance really to survive in the jungle, you need to know where you are. And the best way to do that is to note it down on a map.
Yeah.
Look at the concentration in Amber's face.
This
So
was really small writing.
She can make cartographer's tools.
If she has knowledge of them, yes. I'm willing anything to be made as long as you have the knowledge of what they are, the materials, and know how to do it.
So she could make my navigator's tools, but from what she said, the moment she makes other tools, my navigator tools would disappear.
Correct.
So I should probably just buy the navigator's tools. Although the navigator's tools, do those only help us on the water?
I can remake the tools. I'd just be swapping between who needs which tool at what point.
That's a tool. How long does it take to tools?
1 hour.
Okay, so navigator's tools is the set of instruments is used for navigation at sea. Proficiency with navigator's tools lets you chart a ship's course and follow navigation charts. In addition, these tools allow you to add your proficiency bonus to any ability check made to avoid getting lost at sea.
No, that won't really be much of a problem, seeing as we're already going on a ship that has a captain and crew.
But cartographer's tools, I guess, how much do cartographer's tools cost?
Do we need the cartographer's tools when we're actually out at sea, or can we wait until we get back onto land before we need the cartographer's tools? Because I can hold up to 2 different item infusions at any given point, if that helps. But the tools only holds for 1. Yes, sorry, ignore me. I was getting confused with something separate.
We won't use the cartographer's tools till after we get off, because all of that area is explored.
No worries. So once we spot land ho, let me know. That'll give me an hour's worth of time to swap over to relaunching the tools into cartographer's tools.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that in a short rest. You could have part of your time as a short rest. You could do that. People could reline spells, regen spells, health, etc. Just give Amber plenty of time and notice to do it, I suppose.
That's fair.
It's a nice little trick to be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point
as fuck.
Hands.
Little ferrety hands.
Speaking of which, I very much enjoy having a quick ferret around at Kyone's bag, because that thing looks very interesting and I would like to know a little bit more about it, if that's okay with the tiefling.
What thing?
You can have a look at it.
Excellent. I am
God, don't go in.
I'm not going to go in it. I'm not that small.
It can fit an ox in it.
Can it? I thought it was limited by...
I could have swore it's an ox. It's as big as it can be.
I'll put the description in the chat, I think.
Yeah.
So that is the QED equivalent of D&D.
2 feet. No.
Could be a baby ox or a small
A
tabaxi head.
small oxen.
Or a small tabaxi.
Which is a very fun thing, considering. Has anybody here, now that I've had a little bit of a nosy and a poke around at this interesting piece of magic fuckery aroundery, has anyone got, a wallet or a purse or a small bag I can momentarily borrow?
I have a backpack.
I was thinking smaller, but that would do just for demonstration purposes. May I borrow it for one moment?
If I get it back, sure.
Yeah, no worries.
I gotta
am
take
bor-
all my stuff out.
Well, I would assume you'd have put all your stuff in the bag of holding, surely.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair enough. So I'm going to borrow yon backpack for a couple of minutes. I'm going to do something very interesting with my hands, with a little bit of magic-y woovery, sort of glowy shit sort of thing. Think of the opening of the briefcase with the gold light shining and all the rest of it. And I will hand you back. It's only temporary, this one, because I'm just testing it out. I will take the infusion back off again, but I've just turned that, for now, into a second bag of holding.
What?
What?
You can fucking duplicate it after you poke around it.
Yes, if I can see a magical item, and as long as it's in my list of ones that are to my level, I can replicate them.
What the fuck?
Sorry, that was really loud, but
That's cool.
that's fucking broken, and I love it.
Is that item
broken.
forever, or is that just until...
No, I only have 2 infusion slots. So at the moment, one of the infusion slots is taken up with Kyone's whip upgrade, and this other one I'm just fecking around with at the moment, just testing it out, because I wanted to see if I could make a second bag of holding now that I've seen a bag of holding and I know how it works. And yes, it's on my list of things that I can do from second level artificer. Bag of holding is the third item on that list.
Love the artificer class.
What
Holy shit.
happens if a lot of stuff is in it and the infusion stops?
I have no idea, and won't that be fun to find out? I can see how we
Let's
You've
do
broken
that with my
Trike.
backpack and my stuff.
No, hold on. Look-Eye takes a bunch of spores and then turns them into mushrooms and then stuffs them into the
No,
bag.
it's my backpack.
Just like bunch, just stuffing. And he does this for some time.
DM's intervention.
Good.
Well done.
I was thinking more lots of rocks and then lobbing it and then deactivating the infusion, and oomph, you've got a very nasty weapon there, but okay.
I mean,
That's a very interesting feature you have there, Amber.
That's why I love the battlesmith and the artificer class, because you can do all kinds of crazy ass shit, and I was thinking about this one and I thought, I'm going to have a closer look at that.
Well, aren't you carrying a gigantic backpack?
Well, yes, but that's my backpack, and I'm used to my backpack being like that. It's good exercise.
she'd
I've
be off
just got the same
balance.
face I've got right now, which is like, you what?
What have you done?
I'm not wasting a secondary infusion on just my backpack. I'm used to my backpack. I'd rather have that as a handy tool, because this is fun.
Technically, oh no, if you destroy a bag of holding, it lose all the contents just go to the astral plane if it gets damaged. So, and the bag is useless. So,
But that's not the same as taking off an infusion, is it?
that would totally
it be-
be, I guess.
It would turn
Yeah.
it back into being a normal bag.
Yeah, surely
And I'm
everything would then
Yeah,
just
but-
like rip the bag
Yeah.
You
apart.
have
Hey.
500 pounds of mushrooms or rocks in
Oh,
this
jeez,
bag.
and he's already put all the mushrooms in.
Oh yeah, he's been.
Yeah, well, hand over that bag over here.
I don't think you want it
So,
anymore.
what was the spell that you used, or the feature?
It's an artificer's infusion replicate item. I can send you the link.
Replicate item.
That is so amazing.
Yes, stick it in the chat channel on the D&D, 'cause I'm sure people would like to have a nosy at this, because holy shit.
Yeah.
I like how you're always one step ahead of all the DMs. Stole your stuff.
Well,
I'm used to
DM
being a
can't
DM.
know everything, so...
I
Yeah,
know,
there's
but
no
still.
DM that does.
What's it called again? Chant.
You said way down. I can only do the first block of stuff because I'm not level 6 yet.
What is it? Oh. Replicate magic items, second level artifact, magic item, bag of holdings on the list. Doesn't require
Yes, it
attunement.
is.
That's sickening. It's sickening.
It's on the page.
Yeah.
Wait,
Fuck.
this isn't a wiki that Amber's been adding to, is it? It is a wiki.
It's
Last
not a
edited
wiki
by...
I've been adding to, though. It's the D&D 5e Wikidot, which is a reputable one. You can have a look on other ones as well. If you just type in Artificer Replicate Magic Item, it is a thing.
This is not certified by the appropriate people. I will not use.
And it's also in Xanthar's Guide to Everything.
Oh, it's in Xanathar's.
Oh, well, if it's in
Right.
Xanathar's, then you've got no option, I'm
Yeah.
afraid.
Yeah, it's the thing. No, I'm
Oh,
absolutely
but it's so
flabbergasted by it.
amazing. Yeah,
It's- I've never heard that been done like that before, so...
it's glorious. So, I kind of want to know what happens when she pulls this enchant off with all these
No.
mushrooms in it.
You
Find
can
me in the
replicate
bag.
Belt of Hill Giant Strength.
Really?
What?
Yeah, that's a much higher class than I am at the
Level
moment.
14. Ring of the Ram,
Oh,
Ring of
okay.
Protection, Ring of Free Action.
That's
It's interesting
more
because it gives you
reasonable.
specific things you can replicate.
Will you get more of those slots later on too, so you can have more things?
Yep, I can go up to level 4, but that's not on. I can go up to 4 infusions, but that's not for a few levels yet.
Good.
Oh, you worried?
No, not at all. It's just
Oh.
the Artificer so far. What I've seen is just, oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
great because it adds a lot of
Awesome.
flavour and a lot of spunk to the game, but holy shit, oh my god.
6th level, I can do 3 items infused, and 10th level, I can do 4 items infused. But yes, it is capped on how many things I can physically sustain at any given time.
Reasonable.
But I can know an absolute buttload of infusions, so that's kind of fun. It's kind of like spells, but more specific.
Hmm.
And it just so happens to be a bag of holding that you guys have in possession, which I rolled to see what magic items there are, and that's what happened to appear.
So that's a thing.
That'd be
4
nice.
readers with 2 PKMs.
Isn't RNG fun?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I was
Shit.
hoping to find an alchemy jug. I would very, very much like to find an alchemy jug at some point.
You want
I
some
bet you
mayonnaise.
fucking would.
Have you seen
You
what
want
the
some
alchemy jug
mayonnaise.
does?
Look at Rich's face. It's just like, what? How?
She wants mayonnaise. Because that's what you use the alchemy jug
For
for.
what?
It's
For what?
always mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Because you can make like 2 gallons of mayonnaise with it.
Right,
Or
but
ale and beer.
can I have my backpack back?
Yes, absolutely.
Right, we toss all these mushrooms out of it.
Can it be just like,
A stream of mushrooms.
please, just
Like a
for
pile of
flavor?
mushrooms.
They disappear or something, but like, just have this huge pile come pouring out.
Alright, you can lift the magic now, it's empty. Can you do that even?
Wand of Secrets, even? What the fuck?
That's cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
That gif is very appropriate, by the way, Jim.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. Was just like,
Oh, beer, honey.
poison.
Poison?
No.
Yep.
Out of the alchemy jug?
Mayonnaise, oil.
Yep.
Poison?
Oh yeah, basic poison.
Yep.
Really?
Acid. Yep.
Speaking of
Wine.
poison,
Like I say, I've just got to
Your-
find one on the market to look at. I don't even have to buy it. I can just need to look at it.
yeah, that's the proper gift. Your pseudo dragon has a stinger.
Yes, Lokai's been saying that for weeks.
It's like you can milk that. That venom is very, very expensive.
Well, I'd rather the druid tried to do that.
I mean, I don't think I'd want to try to handle the pseudo dragon that. Let's see, what have I done for it? I gave it a gold coin. But that was only once, and that was like 2 days ago. So
I think the best thing to do would be to pray to the gods of the localized world about that.
Maybe you can bribe it with a berry or a mushroom.
I guess I could have you ask how it would feel about it.
Yeah, I have already. He's been listening, and I have been advised that he's not enthusiastic about this whole idea.
They're usually not. Like, it takes a long time.
I imagine, yeah, because most poisons, especially natural-based toxins, are usually complex proteins, and they take a lot of energy to replicate.
Lots, yeah.
That's why young rattlesnakes are a lot more dangerous than adult rattlesnakes. And cobras.
Just looking for another edge, because I think that venom puts things to sleep.
Yeah, the message I'm getting through at the moment is it ain't happening. Does the turtle want his gizzards to be milked and toasted?
Gizzards. I only have
Gizzards.
one gizzard.
You're
What
going to
are
have all
gizzards?
your gizzards toasted.
A gizzard is a type of stomach that some animals have.
Technically, it's a throat usually full of grit for grinding down.
Yeah, like a duck.
Oh, like what birds have.
Yeah.
In fact, if you accidentally run into a vulture that's recently eaten with your car, the gizzard tends to explode and splatter rotting meat everywhere.
Always a joy.
You're welcome. I can see Jimmer rubbing his face going, oh dear God. I'll shut up now.
I'm just so happy I don't like steak and kidney pudding and things like that. Awful. Let me just carve into this.
And now you know, don't drive towards vultures. They tend to be very low flying when they first try and take off as well. It's a real problem.
We don't have vultures over here, I don't think.
Yeah, neither do we.
Well, you never know. You might be in the US sometime or in Africa. The vultures are an issue. And now
Oh,
you know.
make vultures great again.
And in Tibet.
Prefer to stay away from
You
third
know,
world
that's
countries.
twice now that Jim Bob's broken his own rule.
No, I'm just
Yes.
saying that I think vultures have an equal place and opportunity in human society to have potentialities.
In Tibet, they do sky burials, so that makes it up to a really awkward, elevated level of gross vulturedom.
Well, I'm sure if we had the capacity to circle around their corpses, we would do the same as humans, on vultures on the floor.
Hmm.
Where is this going?
I don't
I have no
know.
idea.
This has been
Coleslaw.
the most randomest D&D
It's been an
session
interesting
we've had so
one.
far. We've learnt that a pepper is actually a fruit. Giblets are not edible. Well, they are, but not recommended 1 or 5 a day. And tabaxi racism, yeah, it's great.
Let's not forget that we found out what dingleberries are.
And red bananas.
And bananas. Well, I think we should. I don't know. Try to rope. I don't know what to do for 5 days.
Well, you have 800 coin minus the one that the amount that Sir Joseph has volunteered to spend on
Procured.
mercenaries. If
We could,
Some
like,
potions of healing wouldn't go amiss. I'd recommend a fair.
You mean like these 9 that I have?
You can make them, right?
9's good, but where we're going, 9 seems like an introduction.
Speaking of, I take some and I hand them to you. It's like, you have a bag of holding.
Oh, yeah, sure. How many? I'll hold on to them.
Let's see. Take 5 of them.
Just remember, though, you gotta keep them on you as well, because it's a bit of work to get them out this bag every time.
Takes an action, yeah.
So you gave me 5?
Gave you 5.
So I
I'd
have
rather we went
8
with maybe a
total
dozen
now.
each, or as close to maybe a half dozen each as we could probably muster. Because
Yeah.
once we're in the jungles, I fancy there's not going to be much in the way of long-term aid.
Well,
Think
I
of
can
a-
make them.
Is that just a summoned thing?
No, I have to brew them.
Yeah, but that's the problem. In the jungle, we won't be brewing nothing.
You can get a
What's
pot.
so funny?
It's just the random shit that comes out. It's just astronomically random as fuck. Did you know is going to be the title of this podcast?
Did you?
Yes.
I thought it was something to do with roller derby, wasn't it?
Roller derby, mayonnaise, and giblets. Yeah, okay.
Gizzards, darling,
that's it.
gizzards.
Yeah. Anyway, so as a little DM intervention,
Go on,
think of expeditions that happen in real life in possibly the 1800s. What sort of things did they take on ships with them?
Lots
Slaves.
of food.
Well, food isn't a problem.
I can make food. People can
Food's
purify
not a problem,
food.
providing
Well-
the person that provides the food is still kicking about.
Well, it's
Yes.
not
I
just
can
him.
provide food for 5 people, but I have been told that the jungle stuff is poisonous.
And I can purify food.
Yes. So we have multiple people that can do food. I think Amber can even do it.
What else did they used to
Okay.
take besides slaves?
So we should have 5 people fed a day then.
No, slaves is what they got. They didn't take slaves.
6.
Oh yeah, you also make food.
I do have some rations anyway, but maybe some additional rations for the safety factor of the fact that we will need to eat, and
Yeah.
I'm sure the mercenaries wouldn't mind being fed.
I have.
I
So-
thought that
Party
covered their
now.
food.
I
I
have
have
6
6
rations on.
I think perhaps maybe...
Buy more.
I think maybe 30 rations between us, or maybe 40. Would
Yeah.
be a good overhead of additional food, should we
What
require it.
about some dinosaur? Sorry, I should say this in character. What about some dinosaurs that we can ride through the jungle terrain?
A sturdy mount wouldn't go amiss. As long as it's not
That
something
seems like
quite
fun.
as lumbering as those giant things outside. Something a bit more nimble might be necessary in the jungle.
You hear a grumble from someone who's 4 foot and go, I ain't get on a goddamn dinosaur again.
Aw, but you
Oh,
had
look,
so
the
much
dwarf.
fun last time.
Or at the
Just
very
thinking
least,
that's the sort of thing you would say.
a pack would be wise.
It is not uncommon for expeditions to take mounts, beasts, things.
Wait a
Jim,
minute.
Can I send you a couple of randomly generated NPC human fighter archetypes that supposedly count as my mercenaries?
It's not another polio baby thing again. Is it?
It's nearly a polio baby. I want you to read. I want you to read specifically the one on the right, at the bottom of his details. I'm just about to send it. Mercenary.
I'm gonna
You
get
know-
a quick drink.
I can wild shape. Huh.
You're a druid, of course you can wild shape.
I can turn into an animal and carry shit. As long as I've
Are an
seen it.
animal.
More of an animal. Hold on, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of rules about that.
Where am I reading it, sorry?
At the bottom hand of the right hand side. So at the bottom they each have a feature that's randomly assigned to them apparently. Has it printed out correctly?
Well,
Have you got that? I mean, I can re-roll
Yeah.
these. These are just randomly generated. I literally just pulled them up.
just send me the link for them and I'll play it.
Yeah,
'Cause then you won't know then.
If you could, please, because I don't think I want that.
That's pretty terrifying. A vigilante that declares the player characters as a threat to society.
And he was the higher level of the two. But all I'm doing is I'm using that, and I'm giving them a social class of marshal, and then a profession of either a bodyguard or bounty hunter, and then applying fighter level mods for hit points.
Okay.
And also, the ages on here seem utterly weird, so feel free to make them more normal ages. Because at one point it gave me a half-elf that was age 15. I'm like, what the hell?
It's a little weird.
What did you put their profession as?
Either a bounty hunter or a bodyguard seems most fitting.
Is that class?
Under social class, sorry, occupation, profession.
Yep.
Social class, marshal.
Hang on. Yep.
And then profession.
Yeah. Okay.
And then just hit the big button.
Bodyguard. That's more their type of thing. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
just hit the button and see what you come up with. There you go. I'll get rid of the ones I generated because yeah, that's a bit ludicrous.
I love this one. That works well.
Cool. There you go. Another
There's
tool for you.
And that one. That's cool.
There you go then.
Thank you for that. That's quite nice.
It's pretty neat actually. I just found it.
Yeah.
Turn so many things.
So you guys decided who's going to be like the cook, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, what?
They should have.
Saving that one.
Oh dear. Okay.
They should have
I
like
just think
pot.
it's funny.
They should have cooking gear on them then.
Oh, that's a good point. We're going to need something to cook with. Yes, very clever. Yes.
So
Good.
what I'm going to propose is I'm going to create a new D&D sub-chat text, because obviously we need one more. If I can spell expedition properly.
Expedition.
I'm going to call it Expedition Prep.
Oh yes.
And if you guys have any suggestions of things you want to do, or things you want to get hold of, you can post it in there for me to go and read. Remember, this is Port Nyanza. It has quite a lot of things, and you're able to get things. You might not be able to get it in a time scale that you require, which is 5 days. So just chuck loads of shit in here for people to read. Not that's relevant. I don't want stuff about bananas or gizzards or like in the weight of mayonnaise being also. Did you know 2 gallons of mayonnaise is almost 8
If
kilos?
you're going to call me out like that, just tell me.
I love it. It's so funny. It's great. Yeah, so just chuck lots of bits in there that you think is going to be essential to the expedition prep. And what I'll do is I'll make a list of these things and I'll publish it. And you guys can spend the time trying to look for these things in preparation for your expedition.
Mm-hmm.
Machetes.
I mean, we're going to a fucking jungle.
I have a dagger, but it's probably too small.
You have a druid.
Oh
Yeah,
you
but-
could just tell the plants to go move aside.
Yeah. Just tell them to
but-
fuck off.
That's true. Just like get out the way.
Yeah,
Feel a lot-
they
feel a
move.
lot better if we had some machetes.
I mean, there's nothing
Trust a
wrong.
lizard person with a machete. Probably
Like-
Amber will probably make a combine harvester machete launcher or something.
That's what we need. We need like just a fucking rolling machete machine.
Like a giant lawnmower.
That we can use as a mount. There, that's another thing.
I could just strap a bunch of machetes onto the steel defender. Then it'd be a fully articulated machete-wielding beast.
There we go, just machete machine.
Just make sure it doesn't go too fast round in circles, because it might just take off and you never see it again.
30 feet speed.
Well, okay, 30 feet per second, but then it.
We are going to need to do that session check with just you and me. Got to go over a couple things.
Yeah, that's not a problem. We can do that at some point in the next week.
Yeah, it's not important right now, but
Yeah, if there's anything anybody would like to do that is unique to their character, that they'd like to investigate, to do with your backstory, to do with items,
Well, that silly book and that
Then-
person missing.
I can go through it with you on a one-to-one basis some point next week.
Okie dokie, in which case I may hit you
Yeah.
up on that.
Cool, fantastic. Just PM me a day that you think you're going to be able to do it, and I'll
Monday
accommodate.
through Sunday. Any day, any week.
Okay. Well, I can't do this Sunday because it'd be post the game that we've just had, and I'm also airsofting again.
Again?
I know. This is
You
an impromptu game
Frickin'
this
sad.
Saturday, and then next week I'm playing on Sunday.
Jesus. Alright.
It's my cardio.
Yeah, I might bother you about something then.
Cool. Fantastic. And on that bombshell, I think we might call it
Good as
for
time as any.
tonight.
yeah, it's fairly late.
Mhm.
So, personal request: paint, bright color, fluorescent, glowing, net, hook, pole. Nice.
Net hook pole.
Lizard dude, do you have anything to do with fishing? Coleslaw.
I was thinking a big hook, not a little hook. A
I'm not
proper
going white shark fishing.
screw in the end of my pole hook for fishing things down off of high ledges hook.
Oh, okay.
A
So it's
big
like
hook.
you can get block and tackle.
You can get
wish I-
grappling hooks, was what I was thinking.
Okay.
I wish I had something with fishing, but I don't actually.
Half and
However, I mean,
Half and below.
I'm very good in the water, so I could literally just jump in the water and try and catch some fish. I can swim
Turn into a
fast. I can stay under
sailor.
for 15 minutes.
There's always a bigger fish.
There is always a bigger fish. That's true. But I mean, in the river?
what I'm seeing.
Well, no. In the river.
In the river.
In the river of the night. I like how well that went.
Is there a horse?
More randomness.
It just-
I don't. I
And
draft.
this session has been absolutely amazing. We
So
should start another podcast of just like, did you know?
Did you know?
you know?
And
And we
just-
must turn up
random
with at
did you know?
least 5 facts each.
I don't think I need to be
Amber's
broadcasting
just
more
like-
of our nonsense.
Baffing out the randomness.
Cool.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for that session. Apologies for being a little bit hanging out my hoop. It is
all right,
self-inflicted,
buddy.
so
No sympathy
No
for
worries.
self-inflicted.
exactly that's what I say. That was really weird. Yeah, so next session should be next Saturday.
Next Saturday again. We're going weekly.
Yeah, I'm going weekly now. That's
Aw.
right.
Oof.
Okay, sure.
So I'm ahead with my research. I got work that's balanced, and I can do it if you guys want to carry on doing weekly. So
Well, if you're happy to do so.
I'm a little bit
Yep.
disappointed. Your Fallout channel's got more more videos than mine has. So I'm trying to.
Look it up.
But you're gonna have to do every or
Yeah, you're
twice
gonna have
a
to
week
go like
to catch
twice
up.
weekly, and then you'll have to discuss with anyone that's running a midweek session to see if you can displace that.
So how's Wednesday for you guys? How's
Fuck
that sound?
That would be difficult for me to do.
There you go.
yeah.
You can't make
We'll
it.
keep
Oh,
it
is
to
it
once a
Paula?
week, guys. I'm just yanking chains that shouldn't be yanked.
What was it, Villa?
Oh, I was just saying, like, doing it in a week would be hard for me with the shifts and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be a bit
Saturdays
difficult for me
is
as well.
fine, right?
Yeah, Saturday's fine.
Okay.
Good, fantastic. It's been really good having you on board.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So at the end of every session, as we do, could we go around and nominate the person that you felt was the biggest contribution to the story or had a big impact on today's session?
Erica.
Yeah.
This was a weird session to be doing that.
Sorry?
This session was like it was a weird session, I guess, to be doing that.
I know.
I vote for the possum.
Yeah, bag of holding dupe.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Just finding, actually, yeah, why not? It's such a
Yeah.
ridiculous
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, like
It's super ridiculous, and I love it for that.
Just,
all of it, everything else was blown out of the water by that.
I
We
was
have
gonna
someone who can do.
for force feeding the cat, but okay.
no, that doesn't deserve
No.
inspiration. That deserves some kind of cruel and unusual punishment.
Punishments of some
Or
kind.
is
That
you're
deserves
gonna come
someone to
round.
call the police.
Manhandling
This is
this
like-
poor child.
And they're like, can we keep this
Turtle
child? And
handling.
the child's like, I don't want to be kept. Yes, we're keeping this
It's
child.
so bad.
Imagine if like the town guard came in at that point. It's like, what's going on here? Total force feeding a tabaxi being held up by a possum.
What?
It's like, can you make that up? Can some? You just
wanna
walk
retcon
in
that?
on that and like what?
No, the time has passed. I just thought of it. It'd be funny if I did that, but no. I'm kind of glad how it played out.
I think it was fun
Yeah.
the way that it went.
Cool.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Erica and /Amber. You have been awarded a point of inspiration. Remember, guys, these are one-offs. You can use it to help your colleague or whatever. If you really want to make a roll,
I
like
do have
identify
a
magic
question
item. Sure.
regarding inspiration, and specifically how you are wanting to handle inspiration. Are you allowing post-roll retconned inspiration points?
I'm going to say yes, because it gives it a bit
Ooh.
more
good.
juice. Yes, and it's going to make you guys want to use it more.
Yes, much more.
So you
Because
can
you guys aren't
decide,
using them.
like when
When
you
Enough look.
Say you roll
After-
and you fluff it and you go, actually, and this, I've played games where this has been the rule, and I think it's the best way to do it personally. And it's when you roll, you fluff, and you go, actually, I'm going to use my point of inspiration to change the course of history or time essence of this game, and I'm going to have another go. You're being rewarded for playing well in the game. I think that's a good way of being rewarded.
In which case, hooray, that's the way I also like it being played.
Mhm.
In which case, are you sure you want to encourage me to be me?
Yes.
Let's watch this space or bag of holding, shall we?
This warehouse is now a bag of holding.
Theoretically, that's possible.
Though I think it would
Although that-
make it so it held less at that
Piece by
stage.
piece.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I'm going
Yeah,
to kill the
Wakanga
stream
comes
now. I'm
back.
done.
Okay.
Wakanga comes back to a building derelict and it's like, where's it gone?
Yeah, fuck.
We took it to the jungle, rebuilt it brick by brick.